All right. I'm here. It's happening. I exist. I'm sorry that I'm late. Blame my cat because I can't. I can't actually go conscious blame Jeff at all this time. I'm sorry, just sitting drunk. The link. I can't blame Jeff at all this time. It's not his fault at all. He is still rocking on the high council, having a great show over there tonight. Happy for them, thrilled for them, fucking great for them. But they're running a little long, so he has evacuated my haunt, left it for me. It's fun, just cold. Hi, Jeffrey Nelson, Anthony Sholey. Hi, Nana Reaper. Hi, Jedi Padawan Tano. The Plug, 87, Al Bundy. Kevin Riggs. What's up, everybody? Kasparius is here. Frackoff, Felgercarb, Andrew Cole. Wiggle that plug, Andrew Cole. I hope that's not a euphemism. Ryan Dyer, Flaming TP. The Great One is here. Well, that's good. Yeah, we live in the same house. That's a fair point, guys. We live in the same house. Jeff has been exiled to the bathroom now. Exiled now. He's a good boy, so he just does that because he's nice. But they are off hanging out without Jeff Markrell. You're excited that I'm without Jeff. Do tell me more. Neff Champion is here. Greg Masters is here. Doug Crouch is here. So I don't know who the real loyalists are. The people who aren't waiting for the High Council to be over to come on over. That K2 fan. He's my boy. Of course he's in my corner. Yeah. So oh boy, Anthony Sholey, is that a good thing or a bad thing? So getting on someone's radar can be either. Good night, Wort One. That you didn't last very long. We've only been live for 2 minutes. Where was I? Yes. So 3PS got the link. He should be here any minute. And Jeff is off finishing the High Council in the bathroom, but he'll be here once he's done. So that's a thing that's happening, and I'm here. And I'm gonna, you know what? Since we got this nice, cozy little audience and of my peeps here. Dual streams, Markrell. Dual streams, way to go. But yeah, rocking show tonight, and so they're going a little over. But he'll be here when that's done, if it's ever done. God only knows. Nana Reaper, I agree. The cuteness factor is turned down because Jeff is not here. You know, I'm gonna take a picture of that. I'm gonna send it to Jeff. He knows that you're being thought of. And the time has arrived. Bam. What's up?
Social distancing.
You're very socially distanced. All right. So Nana Reaper, I hope that this is cuter now that we've got a drunk that we, covering himself up there. Do we even know that it's you, Jay?
Yeah, that's me. I have to practice because Universal Studios opens on Thursday, and this is how I have to dress when I go there.
Does it really? You're actually opening Universal in Florida. I did not know that.
Florida's like wide open right now, and then like the theme park rides aren't going to be open, but a lot of the restaurants and stuff, and they're going to try some things. So I'm going to be there.
Well, that'll be really interesting.
Freaking house.
That'll be really interesting for the park hopper.
Yeah. And then like the Disney stuff is going to open on the 20th. So Florida, man.
You're going to have your work cut out for you. So what do you think? Do you think Floridans are all going to die now of coronavirus?
No, not at all.
It's going to stay strong.
Not at all. I got my wine here. Everything is good. Nah, not at all. It's going to be weird, though. It's going to be weird because the guidelines are like they've got all these X's and stuff where you got to stand when you go to line.
Yeah.
And but I think it's gonna be like really, really, really empty for a long time because who wants to pay all that money to fly, and to go to a theme park or something that's not like that's only open like 20% of like if it's stuff open.
Right, because they're not charging you 20% of the admission cost. Of course not. No, they're still dragging you in.
You want to take your family to a place where like only like 10% of the rides are working.
What a shitty holiday. Are they doing any kind of discounts or incentives or like giving away like entrance,
Not yet.
Nothing. They will. Oh, they will be. They figure, look, if I can't get $100+ out of you for a day ticket, at least I can get 30, and then probably another 50 or so from you buying fucking soda. You know, because what's 2 sodas?
That's the problem. It's like they're gonna open it up to people like me, who have season passes. We don't pay for parking. We don't buy anything in there because we just drive home. I'm only like 30 minutes away. So instead of spending money in the park, we'll just like, all right, we got our fill. All right, let's go. So then we'll just go to Denny's or something and eat there.
Exactly. Exactly. That's a great point. I mean, that's a great point. Who the fuck is going to spend money to go?
That's what, And then, you know, you got everybody else who's like dealing with. I'm lucky because as a teacher, I went to teach online, and then like the whole world needs online teachers. So like I've been teaching in other countries and stuff. So I'm not, there's no complaints here, but I know a lot of my friends, like they lost their job, you know, they're not thinking about going to a theme park, you know, and all this stuff.
Yeah, they're thinking about how do I get another job, not how I blow $150 so I could eat more expensive food in a slightly different setting.
Exactly. Hey, thanks for inviting me on, man. I appreciate it. I'm glad this worked out.
Thanks for being on. It's great to have you. Jeff's going to come over as soon as they're wrapped up in the high cast.
Yeah, I had it on. I was like, they're just talking and talking and talking and talking.
Yeah, I give them time. I'm like, we'll let them wait. But you know what? We're rocking. We got a first super of the night from Melissa Laura. It says, "Heart you, Jesse." Yay! Ask Jay when that BTT F3 pick will be framed.
Oh, can you squinch yourself?
I can do that. There we go.
You talking about this one?
I don't know. I've never seen your background.
Back to the Future 3, right?
There you go. I would assume that's what BTT F3 stands for.
If I put stuff in a frame, the light reflects off it bad. So I just took it out.
That is an issue.
It wasn't a frame, but I took it out.
The one that I got to get a frame for, you can kind of see it behind all the other shit, is my Jurassic Park poster. I usually don't frame posters. I'm just like, throw shit up and whatever. But that one that used to be in the background of my old studio setup, it turns out, so this was handed to me when I left Universal after the 25-year anniversary of Jurassic Park, which was a few years ago now. And I actually went to both days, the whole long thing. My boyfriend at the time and me and my friend were all going to go one day, but then she procrastinated getting tickets and they were sold out. So I told her I'd go the day before with her as well. So I ended up going twice basically and getting 2 posters. So one of them is up here. One of them is still wrapped up in the plastic because I'm giving that away if I ever hit 50,000 subs. Which is going to be really lucky for somebody because turns out this was a limited edition. You can only get it here, and a poster now they start at like $125. If you want. Yep, that one that aged real quickly, really well, really quickly. So, yeah, I'm pretty.
I just got a lot of my favorites though. I like Indiana Jones, so I have all that. Anna got this for me for Christmas. She drew me a C-3PO.
That's great.
So that was cool. One of my subscribers got me the Rose Tico poster with tons of Rose Tico pops. So
nice.
Yeah, they're not on display, sadly, but I have them.
You could send some our way. We'll take them. We're planning on getting Jeff's entire Rose Tico figure collection.
Yeah. Someone sent me this yesterday.
Oh, nice!
It's like a mask. So that was.
Please wear that when you're in public. Please use that as your face. Oh my God, that's incredible. But yeah, we got our friend Go Big Borg, our home, or as we call him, Sean Firefart. We decided we're invading his home when this is over. We're gonna drive up to Arizona, and he's gonna teach us how to shoot guns. And we're gonna get Jeff's Rose Ticos shipped out there so we can shoot them all.
You guys are California, right?
Yep, Los Angeles.
So you're in LA?
Mm-hmm.
I heard they just locked you up another
July. I'm
like wide open, man. Like we opened up, Florida opened up last week.
Florida barely fucking closed. Dude, Florida barely fucking closed.
I know, we didn't. That it's funny because like the mask, you know, I got like a couple. I always get the designer masks, you know. I gotta have the designer mask. I'm not wearing the medical things. I want to look like I'm about to rob somebody, you know.
That's
So
the goal. That is the goal. I have my Philadelphia Eagle masks are on the way, so we haven't. I had some people just give me some of the surgical masks for free, so I've been rocking that. But I've got my Philadelphia Eagles masks. They came in a 3-pack, so now Jeff's going to be a proper Eagles fan as well. Yeah, from what I can see, though, I've been tracking it just casually. I like numbers. I like statistics sometimes. So I've been tracking it. And Florida has been heavily it has been climbing the ranks in infections. I'm noticing this, and Texas is catching up. Texas was well out of the top 10 for a long time. And since they've opened everything up, they're number 9. Florida, you guys are number 8. Illinois, which had all those protests, is now at a whopping number 3 for infections in the country. It's great. Meanwhile, we keep dropping down more and more. Massachusetts deserves to get fucked. They're like number 4 right now. They deserve to get fucked because they have Boston there, so I don't give a shit about.
Well, if you ever seen, like, you've heard of Florida Man, right?
God, I love Florida Man. He's my favorite.
Yeah, like, we don't freaking care. We don't freaking care.
Favorite fucking thing. Yeah, Florida will eat your fucking face. He's not afraid of a virus.
I got like
Price is Right. Was that? I just want to read Price is Right review. Says check out these party animals. I'll stay awesome.
We have so right behind my house is a lake, and the alligators have come up because we're not really outside that much. But they're
just all like
we're outside. Like yesterday, my neighbor was outside grilling, and the alligators were like, we're just all hanging out together. It was really cool. So.
Nice. That's kind of fun.
Don't care. Like there was one under my car a few months ago, and like you just got to kick the tire, and they just kind of go away. So
well, there you go.
No big deal.
That movie.
When it gets cold in Florida, the iguanas freeze in the tree, and they can kill people. So like you gotta be careful, and like you don't park under trees when it gets cold because the iguanas they'll crash through the They'll crack your windshield.
That's actually.
We don't care about no virus, man. We want to go to Disney World.
Yeah. Actually hysterical. Oh my God. Beth Dugu says, I appreciate your earlier video, Jesse. I may not 100% agree with you, but I will always respect and appreciate your opinions and rants. Thank you, Beth. I appreciate that. I appreciate you. I appreciate the not always agreeing. I put out this video today. I actually had a friend who happens to be Black who texted me and said, I really loved your video. I loved the deep take on it. No one else is covering it this in depth. I didn't agree with 100% of what you said, but I still really liked it. So that's the problem with, I don't know if you're up on this, the guy who got shot in Georgia.
Yeah.
The unarmed guy who got shot by the dudes, one who's an ex-cop actually.
Tragic.
And it totally is. And I really dove deep into this, and I made a video because my sort of look at a lot of this stuff, I hate how these stories they just fall under this like current events trope of the unarmed Black man. And like, let's just talk about racism in America. I'm like, this man was a human being. He's a 25-year-old, young person whose life was taken away from him before its time. Was he the world's most upstanding citizen every day of his life? No, he had a shoplifting, hit on his record. And but does that mean he was going to be a criminal, or live a life of crime or hurt people? No, it absolutely doesn't. Does he deserve to die for it? No. And so it's amazing to me, though, the amount of, or just the amount of misinformation people are willing to accept on things like this. I think there's a naivete on the one hand of people trying to be like, he was, every time this happens, model citizen, never did anything wrong. Sometimes that is the case, and it's even worse when that is the case. But a lot of these examples, it becomes a splitting hairs thing of, okay, so the kid, maybe was in a bad place at a bad time, but that doesn't justify them dying. It doesn't justify, we get really comfortable saying like, oh, well, they were kind of a not a great person, so now that's somehow okay now that they got shot to death. But I'm reading all sorts of things from people say he was casing this house. He walked into before this all happened, he walked into a house under construction. The people building the house have the surveillance video of him going in. The guy was dinged. He's like, he got so used to it after the first time, he doesn't care. People wander in all the time.
Well, the thing is, like, I mean, we have to deal with that here Florida has a stand your ground law, which I could see benefit, but I could also see the danger.
Yeah.
Well, have seen the danger where people have been charged with murder, but they've been trying to use the stand your ground law to justify them killing somebody.
Yeah.
And it's I respect life enough where it's just like I don't want to see anybody die. It's just that's one thing you could never take. You know what I mean? Like it's like that's one thing you can't really take back.
Yeah.
So it's terrible. Yeah, Carol Baskins is about 40 minutes from my home. So,
fucking thanks,
Florida, man. Come on, live in Florida.
Blame Carol Baskin is the best life advice ever. You should go drive past her house, playing just playing my video on repeat. All the shit. Set up speakers in her yard and be like, ha ha.
When you drive near the Tiger compound, because we've been like before it was on Netflix, like everybody this is the thing that they don't tell. Did you see the show?
Oh yeah, of course.
Okay. So I'm about to break something down that people don't know. Okay. When she was like in the first, I don't know, the second episode, when I guess she ran, apparently the show had her run away from an abusive relationship and she was in Tampa.
Yeah.
And then that's when her husband that is no longer with us, we don't know where he is, found her on the street. So that street that she was on is a notorious street for prostitution. So it's like for years, it's cleaned up now. It's cleaned up. But back in that time, like it was a joke on Florida. Like, you know, like you would send college kids would joke and they would be like, oh, you want to get laid? You go to the street. And it's the street where that guy found, like her husband found her. And I'm like, they didn't tell that they didn't tell that part. And
that's a fucking hoe.
Yeah. And then when you drive, and she's been in like a lot of trouble because she has a huge staff that she doesn't pay.
I've heard about it.
And it's kind of like and the staff is doing like they were doing like, I don't know if they still are, but they were doing like minor surgeries and all this kind of crazy. These are like volunteers that has to go through some kind of training to deal to handle exotic animals. And she kept constantly getting in trouble.
Really?
That's all before the show, like before she became popular. But you drive past that compound, you have to roll your windows up because it smells like crap.
Oh, yeah.
Like while you're going near it, it's like, I guess going to any zoo, you're just kind of like, oh man, we're getting near that tiger compound. Stinks. So,
Jeff, confirmed. Carol Baskin's a hoe.
Really?
Yeah. Sorry, Jeff just walked back in here. I could tell the Hive Council's over because he's got a huge bumper viewers over here. But no,
Nebraska Avenue, yeah.
Street, Nebraska Avenue, where Don Lewis picked her up, right when she was running away from
That's a prostitution street.
There you go. Carol Baskin's a hoe.
Confirmed.
Right here on the channel. And if you could, my love, if you grab me a Bazaar when you get a chance. It's drunk 3 p.m. How can we not drink, right?
Fine. I was actually going to suggest
I know. I have mine. I have wine, so
we still have our. So I don't know if you heard about our Negro situation. Probably shouldn't say that right now.
You have blacks?
Our black problem here. No, we were at the.
Whoa, it's a problem now?
It's only a problem because we're running out of them. Because we don't have enough. No, so we were at the store and Negro Modelo was on like super special, but you had to buy 3. But if you did buy 3, it was buying 3 cost like less than buying 2 at regular price, basically. So we end up with 3 cases of Negro Modelo and no one to drink it. Oh, there's me going on my side. No one to drink it with except each other.
You and I are a bottomless pit of alcohol consumption we do not need.
We don't need anybody else. And you might want to find your keys or another opener.
Oh, shit, yeah.
There is someone, if you want to bring my little satchel, there's one in there somewhere. Or my keys too. Here's our I got our openers there.
So I have a little complaint with you, a little one.
With me?
Are you shocked that somebody has a complaint with you?
No, I'm getting it all over my channel right now because apparently I'm racist for not thinking that the black guy was up to something when he got shot. That makes me racist against
black people?
white people.
Wait, how are you racist against yourself?
I'm racist. I hate white people because I'm willing to believe that an unarmed person with no evidence of committing a crime didn't commit a crime. No, it makes me racist.
YouTube comments are a joy to read.
It's the hysterical thing for you. It's people sitting here being like, "You're being too emotional. He was clearly up to something." I'm like, based on literally what evidence? But whatever, it doesn't matter. We don't need to talk about that. Why are you mad at me, 3PO? Why are you? My
favorite. Every Wednesday, I would love your SJW videos. They were the best thing. And what I found better was that people in the comments thought you were serious. Every freaking Wednesday, there was always a handful of people that were like, "I can't believe you believe this stuff. I thought you were this. I thought you were a fan of and I'm sitting here dying. Like they were like the comment section was actually better at times in the video because I'm like, I know what she's doing. I know what she's doing. How are y'all not paying attention? Like, why are y'all? No one's paying attention. And then I think you like moved it to Patreon or something. I was like, come on. You denied my Wednesday SJW video.
Don't hate on me. Hate the algorithm. But I can send you the links for those, because I like you enough. I can spare you that whole $1 a month and shoot you the links for Social Justice Wednesday. I mean, it's not going to be the same without the comments. But I want to see, do you happen to remember off the top of your head which... We're down to my keys now. Which one had the best comments? I'm trying to think. I think I can think of some. I want to go back and see if I can find one. We can go through the comment section maybe and see if we can find our favorite.
Social Justice Wednesday?
Yeah.
Oh, I have no idea. I just know like before you took them down, like that was like you stopped doing them about a month ago.
A couple months ago now, yeah.
Yeah. So I was just kind of like, well, that sucks, but I get it. He had the little purple hair. Everything was going fine. Hello, Jeff. Nice to see you again. My first interaction with Jeff was my Christian Harloff video, and World Class clipped it, and then he gave me a shout out, and I thought it was the greatest thing in the world because that video was terrible, and he was like the only one to like leave a positive comment because I was like new to YouTube, and I didn't know what I was doing. So I like did an intro, then I had a video intro, then I did another intro, and then I did the video. And so that video kind of hit, and like how it is, YouTube is luck. Like sometimes a video will I only had like 300 subscribers at the time. It was really small. The video hit. I would happen to get that footage, and then they vanished it from like the face of the earth. Like I was the only seemed like the only YouTuber to have that footage. And then like Jeff came in and commented. I was like, holy crap. He actually saw my video. And he was like, great video. So I pinned it. So everyone that wanted to say something negative would be like, oh, well, World Class liked it. So
you ain't shit. You ain't shit. Oh, shit. I never found this. No one actually. Okay, here we go. This is going to be beautiful, glorious. This was a good one. Put all men in camps. I don't even remember what the subject was on this particular one. Well, let me get my super chat. I'm like all bouncing all over the place. So forgive me if I'm in 15 places at once. We got Melissa Lord who says, what y'all think about Mando? Here's some dollars, y'all. We will definitely get deep into Mando and all that news very, very soon. So don't you worry, Melissa Lord. You're in the right place.
How deep do we have to
Jeff and I couldn't stop talking about it yesterday. Balls deep. Mr. Another says, or just blame Mindless Entertainment's cow. You can always blame my cow. It's definitely my cow's fault. And we got a super sticker from Nano Reaper.
That's nice.
It doesn't show up right here, but if you're watching in the chat, it's the big old money eyes. Because money. So let's see. Put all men in camps was a fun one. Let me share this real quick.
I was hoping to see you guys for WrestleMania, but that didn't happen.
I know. I wouldn't have been there, but
you weren't gonna come?
No, not this year. Jeff didn't love me enough yet.
Let's be honest. It's go on sale in November. We hadn't even had a plan about what we were gonna do with our relationship by then, so
it's true. Yeah, I'm not faulting you for that. But I don't know. You should come out next year to WrestleMania because it'll be here. So
I'll be here.
So, oh god, this one is a great choice. Put all men in camps. I don't even remember what I actually said in this video. Probably that all men should be in camps. It's not as good. Realistically, the best one of these I ever did was the racist laundry one. When I had that revelation that we mix, we separate, we segregate our white and our colored clothes for the laundry. I'm like, that's fucking brilliant. But this one I asked people for camp, what we should name these men camps. And I never went back and saw all the suggestions. Where were they? Cis male re-education facilities, mancentration camps. That one's good.
Mancentration. Wow.
Mancentration.
That almost sounds like something Charles Manson and his family would have.
Detox re-education festival centers. Camping is male. Oh God. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez for the pussification of toxic males. Yep.
Soy fields.
Soy fields. Love it. Guantanamo Bay. Okay, maybe Guantanamo Bay would make Camp Toxic Testes. Okay.
Ooh.
Camp Mendleton. The Palace of Peace. Testosterone Retraining Temple. TAP. Toxis Avengers Playpen. Do I have too much free time? Maybe James McClure. Oh man, that's fun.
I didn't realize you put all and guard them. Oh my goodness. I want to do nasty things with her with the blue wig on. That's nice.
You get that fun stuff. This is a classic example. There you go. Another one where people didn't realize it was fake. You do realize if you put all men in camps and women guard the camps, you'd be seriously putting the women in danger because women are in general weaker than men, and the men would know that. Most of them would die. And if you had a riot, you would. Well, good luck, bitch. You not understand how like a concentration camp works. By the way, like in every situation, the manpower of the people in said camp or prison seriously outweighs the number of people of guards with guns. Like, yeah, women aren't as strong as men, but guess what? Unarmed dudes with no resources do not win against chick with assault rifle. That's just
I love those videos. So whatever. That's just
that shit just cracks me up. They're like,
you did it for me, and that was what's important.
What? Yeah,
you did those Wednesdays for me, and that's what was important.
I did.
Not really for me, but I liked seeing them on Wednesday.
Reading those comments,
your thumbnails were hilarious.
Oh, dude, with the crazy picture, the crazy doctor. You know, the funny thing was when I first somebody photoshopped that picture and sent it to me. That she just became the emblem of Social Justice Wednesdays. But yeah, but someone I posted that on Twitter, and people were like, "Oh my god, did you really dye your hair?"
I know.
Obviously photoshopped. Like, I get I have a flat chest, but if you look at it, it's just like a flat print where the shirt is. I'm like, my chest isn't that flat. Jesus Christ.
And you said those videos didn't do well?
Yeah, well, they did well for a while, and then they started really falling off in terms of their productivity in the algorithm. I noticed some adverse effects in the algorithm. So that around, I moved a lot of stuff over into Patreon, and that was one of those things that went because it's, you know, it was a casualty of YouTube. Like if YouTube, if it's going to hurt my channel to put it out there, no matter how much the people love it, I can't, you know, I want to be around. I want the longevity. So.
Oh, I see. I'm actually taking a break off YouTube like 2 weeks.
Hmm?
It was getting frustrating. So I was like, if I don't love it, I don't want to do it.
That's
so
good.
you caught me at a great time because like I've like been off Twitter. And I was just like, I got to be on, like, I was telling my friends, like, I'm going to be on Jesse's stream. They're like, oh, you're going to make an appearance? I was like, yeah, I'm going to make an appearance. And then I'll be back in my hole again for another 10 days.
Hopefully we make this fun for you. I always try to.
I couldn't wait.
Good.
So,
let's hit
even though it's like almost 1 a.m. over here, but.
I know, right? It's nice and late for you. We won't keep you up too late.
But I'm off tomorrow. It's like it worked out perfectly. Look, Jedi Padawan, we miss you, drunk. Oh, thank you. That's nice of you to say that. I'll be back. Don't worry. It was just like,
you know what? I understand.
I just needed a break. That's all. It was like I was trying to create. So like what happened was I was trying to get to. I'm almost at 10,000 subs. Right? I never thought. And like, yeah, thank you. But and I remember starting and there was these wonderful people who told me I would never get to 10,000. And I never forgot that. Not that that was the driving force of my channel, but it always was. And I'm not going to say their names because you know some of them, but just because of like who they were like, you'll never make, like, your channel sucks. It'll never get to 10,000 subs. Your channel. And I always remembered, I was always remembered. And so I was trying to get there by the end of the year. So I get to 10,000 subs in 1 year. And I didn't hit it. I missed it by 300 or 400, wherever I'm at now. I missed it by that many. Well, but so then it started, like, my brain started going, oh, I gotta do this. I gotta make sure I get breaking news. And it just stopped being fun. It was more of like a chore than it was being fun. So
as do I. You're preaching to the choir here.
Yeah. So I was just kind of like, I'm gonna take a step back and just have some fun again.
What?
How are you
wearing cold? I turned off that phone. It was chilly. You can turn that.
You're wearing a coat. What the heck? It's like 90 degrees here.
Bathrobe. It's I mean, you can turn that fan back on if you want. If you're warm.
Because I went to touch your leg and I see the panda bear pants.
Yeah, I got chilly.
This is the shit you would wear outside in the winter.
This is true. I wear this one.
Could you guys ever wear onesies?
I've worn a onesie before on your Patreon stream, on a live stream, multiple live streams, in a video. So I do have a unicorn onesie, and I have worn it.
I'm just saying, I got this thing on my channel where
I know.
We all wear onesies. Somebody sent me $500 to do that every time I do that. So I'm like,
that's sounds worthwhile. I would gladly join you in my unicorn onesie anytime. So let's catch up on some of these super chats. We got Frank Hernandez says, "Hail Jeff, Jesse, and of course, Intoxicated 3PO."
Did you get that from Mahler? Is that why he said that? Because Mahler keeps mispronouncing my name on purpose.
I'm pretty sure that's just the British pronunciation.
Okay.
Thanks, Frank.
And thank you, Frank Hernandez. And Cash Kessler says, "Jesse, watch Dark Place."
I'm Goth Merengue, author, poet, dreamweaver. We should watch that tonight.
Are you familiar with Garth Marenghi's Dark Place?
Should I watch it?
No. Yes, you should. It's for free on YouTube. It used to be on Channel 4 in the UK. It's absurd. Jessie loves it because her brain can't wrap around what's happening in the show. Like, is it real? What's going on?
It's not that my brain can't wrap around it. It's as I've said before, in the words of Malcolm Reynolds, I get the how. It's the why I'm scratching my head about. It's not the X. I understand
I'm not
what's
questioning
happening.
your intelligence, but you're just like, what?
I mean, to be fair, think about the state I was in when you showed it to me.
Very true.
Yes.
I know. But no, it's, folks, did you mention it earlier on the stream?
I didn't, no.
Did I mention it?
I don't know. We talked about it yesterday or something.
That's what I said.
Because you asked people yesterday if they'd seen it.
I read the entire Wikipedia page today while you were in the back.
Such a weirdo. Yeah. Mad Mardigan says, check out the book Woke by Titiana McGrath. Titiana. I recommended it to Jeff a while back, and today when I sent him an email, I attached a screenshot of a page from the book. Ooh, maybe similar to your SJW show. Sounds like fun.
Thank you, Mad Mardigan. I will have Kenda forward me that email.
Thank you so much for that super chat. And if it's anything in that along those lines, then it's definitely up my alley, and a good satire definitely tickles my fancy. And we also got Sir Ruin of House Roundhead says, I wanted to ask Jeff what he thinks about Robert Downey Jr. and Tropic Thunder. I thought about that when he mentioned blackface on an earlier stream.
Robert Downey Jr. may have had his big comeback in 2008 with Iron Man, but I don't think it would have been as great of a comeback without Kirk Lazarus from Tropic Thunder. Jesse and I have had this discussion. I think Tropic Thunder is one of the best comedies of the new millennium. I love it. High score. I think what he's doing is perfect because he's just making a statement on method acting. He's making fun of how serious some people will take it. Yep. And it's become a joke itself, and I love it. And the thing is, if the movie itself didn't address it, I could see why people have complaints, but all the actors acknowledge that it's so absurd that he's in blackface when you have other real black actors in the film. So I think it's spot on. I have nothing bad to say about Tropic Thunder. Like, seriously, it's a personal favorite.
Ness Grossman is the greatest character ever created from that. I love that character. The Tom Cruise. It's
that's one of my favorite roles of him of all time, hands down. Oh my god,
it's Les Grossman, right? That's how you say it, Les Grossman. Yeah.
Damn, guys, we're almost at 100 likes already. So just 15 more impressions of that like button.
All right. I'm glad I could Bring some positivity.
Bring that.
Oh, I see a lot of my friends in the chat. Hey, what's up, Steven?
Yeah, I even saw people that I don't know as well, so they must be your people. So
yeah, they haven't seen me in a while. Like I'm not even on Twitter right now, so they're kind of like
they're thirsty. They're thirsty for drunk. They want it. They needed it. So
I'll be all right, everyone. I'll be back. Don't worry.
I did promise the world we were going to get into more Mandalorian talk. So I'd like to take a second. Let's go over what is confirmed about season 2 and what are rumors for season 2.
I have a theory first.
All right, and theories. Let's go. Theory away.
Here's my theory. I actually watched. I don't mean to say Jeff's video. I actually watched World Class's video about the Civil War that's brewing. I saw Doomcock. I read the article, things like that. This is what I think is happening. All right. This is just a theory. But I've been right before. 300 times I've been right. And
how many times have you been wrong?
About 7. So just hear me out on that.
Those are good odds.
Right, I keep track. There's a board over here that I keep track. Anyway, so the whole Last Jedi thing was kill the past, like let it die, kill it if you have to, the past. So you got the Kathleen Kennedy crew like killing off the past, right? They did it to Galaxy's Edge. They did it to all these things. They killed the past. Now you got Favreau bringing in the past. So that just proves like they're bringing in Boba Fett, they're bringing in Clone Wars people, they're bringing in Ahsoka, they're bringing in Rex, they're bringing in all these people from the past into the Mandalorian.
Yeah.
So I think that just proves that there is a civil war going on between these two people, and then one of them's trying to give back and forth. They're trying to go back and forth, saying, "Oh, she wants to kill the past. Well, let me bring the past in. Watch what happens. Watch what happens." That's just a theory. That's just a theory I have.
Yeah, that's I think that's a solid theory, and that kind of goes into a lot of what. A little bit, it kind of expounds upon some of the talking points we had yesterday about how Mandalorian, by virtue of its timing coming out, before Rise of Skywalker and everything in Lucasfilm was so eyes on Rise of Skywalker that it was able to sort of come in under the radar and not be beholden to the same quality standards, content, censoring that the rest of the Disney Lucasfilm properties were subject to. So I can easily see how that's created those divisions.
Unless they kill off Boba Fett in like 10 minutes just to make a point.
Well, I had this theory. My theory now was that the Mandalorian became this dumping ground for like literally every Fandom Menace request ever. And there's like, all right, you guys wanted a Mandalorian? Here. You wanted Boba Fett? Here. You guys wanted Katie Sackhoff to be Captain Marvel? Well, she wasn't that, so here you go in the Mandalorian. You like Ahsoka? Here. We totally did.
That was our shower talk.
Next, the climax of the Mandalorian season 2 is going to be finding out that Jar Jar was actually Palpatine all along. So that's
Now, would you like to hear some of the confirmations versus rumors?
So confirmed season 2.
It's been reported by the Hollywood Reporter that Boba Fett will appear in season 2 of The Mandalorian, played by Tamara Morrison. Let's see. In May of 2020, Slashfilm reported that Katie Sackhoff will be reprising her role in The Mandalorian as warrior Bo-Katan Kryze from Star Wars Rebels, only this time in live action. There's a Darksaber tease at the end of Mandalorian season 1. We also have it confirmed that Rosario Dawson is playing Ahsoka Tano. Let's see.
So those are confirmed.
Michael Biehn. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Michael Bihn's going to be on it. You ever see First Terminator?
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay.
He's also Corporal Hicks in Aliens. Okay. It's his first major role in more than a decade.
Wow.
That's what? I don't care about Boba Fett, anything else. I care about Michael Biehn. Michael Bihn's an excellent actor.
I saw him. I met him when I was in. I met him with Jeremy in Pensacola earlier this year.
Oh, cool.
He's little, man. Like, look, I'm not small, but he's small.
Yeah.
Most actors are disappointingly tiny.
A lot of
them. Yeah, it was kind of like I saw him and I was like, oh man.
You know who's not though?
Terminator, man. Like I thought you'd be, but it's okay. It was still cool to meet him.
Samuel L. Jackson, not small.
Good.
can confirm. I had actually a great opportunity to size everyone up against each other because I worked in catering, and it was like my second catering job ever, like 6 months after I moved out here. We all get to the Santa Monica airport, and everyone's like, what is this? It's all secrecy, like done up in secrecy. They took we had to leave our phones in our cars and all this shit. And we find out as we're prepping for this event that we're about to work Robert Downey Jr.'s 50th birthday party with like 300 guests, which is actually pretty small for something like that. And it was nuts, but like, it was a smorgasbord of A-list actors, and so that was a big thing of the night. It was like, you're small, you're tiny. Only Samuel Jackson is like full size. Him and maybe Vin Diesel. So.
I always thought Vin Diesel was going to be like deceptively small in person. Good.
Nope. You can, in a sea of people, you can see his shiny bald dome over all of them.
I'm going to be all these people though, because I'm going to be bigger than all of them.
That's true. That'll be funny. Nah, maybe not Samuel L. He might be about the same height, I think. He's
Samuel
really
Jackson's 6'5"?
He's fucking tall. I wouldn't be surprised if he's 6'5". He's fucking tall.
I believe you. I'm just curious now.
All right.
He's an actor I'd like to meet.
Snag these super chat. And his wife was super sweet. We got Melissa Lord again saying in the super chat, Jesse, do you think the Air 3 is better than Disney? I don't know what that is. The hashtag Air 3, is this a typo or should I know what this is?
First off, Samuel Jackson is 71 years old. So he looks great for his age.
God damn.
And 2, he's 6'2".
6'2". He's close.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you guys know what this is? This the Air 3?
I would love to respond, but I don't know. Sorry, Melissa. Could you elaborate?
Melissa, if you could elaborate or break that down, let us know what
is that the Thrawn series? That's not Thrawn. Air 3.
Was that the Thrawn trilogy? I don't know. I haven't read.
No one in the chat is saying anything either.
All right, so chat, if you know what this is, what's up with that? I do want to respond, Melissa Lord. I absolutely want to give you my opinion, but I'm just not quite sure what you're asking. So,
Heir to the Empire. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's Thrawn. She said Heir to the Empire.
Okay,
that's the Thrawn series.
I haven't read the Thrawn series, honestly. I gotta tell you, from what I've heard, yeah,
the audiobook.
I've definitely, from what I've heard, I'm not going to hesitate to say I'm sure it's better than what Disney's going to be. Because I've heard a lot of it. I've heard a lot about the character of Thrawn, about those plot points and what happens. It sounds action-packed. It sounds fun. It sounds dynamic.
Do you want me to
characters.
Get the audiobooks?
Sure.
I have Audible.
The audiobook is fantastic. It's like a movie.
Oh, it's one of those ones with music and the sound effects?
Yeah.
Nice.
I did Crimson Empire like that.
I'd fuck with
that.
that.
Awesome.
I definitely been wanting because people talk so much about it. I haven't gotten a ton into EU, especially stuff that takes place after.
I think they just redid it, like it's new.
Oh, really?
New audio, and they added a bunch of.
So now that really intrigues me. I definitely want to check that out.
Not the new Thrawn, right? We want Heir to the Empire, the 20th anniversary edition.
Probably. I think so. Yeah.
Cool.
It should be on Audible.
Yep. Book 1, I have a lot of credits, so
cool.
We got it now.
Yay! Well, we'll throw that on. We'll take a listen. And
yeah,
I'll tell you for sure, Melissa. That I'm sure, Melissa Lord. I am sure that I will be able to tell you with certainty that it is better than whatever Disney put out.
I can't believe I'm reading Beth the Goose.
Oh God, she sent a super chat, so we have to read it. Never trust an atom. They make up everything. Thanks for the dad joke, Beth. We appreciate you so much. We do appreciate you.
I actually do appreciate Beth the Goo and all of her wiener talk.
I love all the wiener stuff, the dad jokes, the very, very upsetting puns. And Stone Cold Jeremy is here to say, hey, Jeff, don't forget Ringo and Tombstone.
Oh, yeah.
What?
He was in Aliens.
Say what?
No, he wasn't Hicks. He was Corporal.
No, he was Hicks.
Oh, he was Corporal Hicks. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, Hudson was what's his face? Bill Pullman. No, Paxton.
Bill Paxton was Hudson, right?
BHM.
I'm getting them mixed up.
So that role
like
in Aliens was originally James Remar, but he had to leave due to his drug addiction.
Really?
You ever seen James Remar? He's in a ton of shit. He was in he's in Dexter, he's in The Warriors, he was in what was that one? Tales from the Dark Side, the movie. He's in tons of shit. Anyway, he originally was cast in this role, and then he had to leave because of drugs.
Whoops. Instead, we got
Michael Biehn, who had already been in Terminator, who was already a James Cameron staple.
And There's your Michael Biehn, Aliens, all that.
And there's
fun
the Mandalorian stuff.
It's coming up. I guess maybe this is what he looks like nowadays.
Yeah.
All right.
But he'll be perfect for Star Wars. He has that grizzled Star Wars look.
I do.
Especially the Mandalorian. I think he'll. I think whatever they use him for.
I hope they don't throw him in a mask because he does have the right look. I mean, playing the Marine, you know, and Aliens and all that. And yeah, so I agree. He's one I wouldn't want him to stick a mask on already. That would just let him.
But he doesn't have an iconic voice.
No,
he just is a good actor, though. Yeah, I agree with that.
That's exciting. So that's all confirmed.
Yes, those are.
We have so Katie Sackhoff is confirmed.
Yes, that was like today.
Gotcha. But we have rumors about Rex, right?
That's fan speculation. People are saying, what if he's playing a clone? I mean, obviously he can play one because it's the same actor.
Sure. So that's still fan speculation territory. And
he could play Rex and Boba Fett.
Yeah,
it's the clone. So
there you go. What any other rumors, theories, whatever swirl around?
Because this article came out a couple hours ago. That's where I was pulling from.
See, I personally think now the appearance is fine. If you're like Katie Sackhoff's going to be in it, okay. Rosario Dawson was cast for this. Great. Tamora Morrison. At that point, if you're throwing in Tamora Morrison, you're like, all right, Boba Fett, come on, obviously. But you want to throw these other names in. I'm like, okay, I'm going to get excited when you say Rosario Dawson, Katie Sackhoff, Michael Biehn. I'm like, great, that's all fine. Once it starts being, but you're Katie Sackhoff's reprising her role as this thing from Rebels, and Rosario Dawson's going to be Ahsoka. Now I'm like, okay, pump the brakes for a second. What's going on here?
I can tell you what's going on.
Yeah,
I'm usually right all the time, but I'm maybe not this one. No, I'm just kidding. I think the biggest issue here is Disney is because of the plague. They've lost a lot of money. Their financials came out like last week, and they're already in the hole over $1 billion. It's gonna like skyrocket even more, especially with their parks not opening. And I don't think their parks are gonna open here or there in California till next year.
I don't think so.
And so they need their biggest moneymaker will be the Disney Plus. So if they're throwing out all these things, it's gonna grab the normies' attention. Oh, Boba Fett's gonna be there. Cool, maybe we'll get that. Oh, Ahsoka's gonna be in there. Cool, maybe we'll order it now. So they need to do that. And I'm afraid like movie theaters aren't open, so they can't make movies. They can't do cruise. Disney Cruise is shut down. That was a big moneymaker. The parks are shut down. They can't do that. So the only thing that they could really push right now is the Disney Plus. So if they can like tease all these things that are coming, you know, like they'll get people to sign up for Disney Plus so they can start generating income. Because like what we were talking about before, the governor's like and like Bob Chapek, I call him Chapstick. He they're gonna only open like the theme parks to like the locals, which is people like me that aren't going to spend any money in the theme parks, but I can go because I have a senior annual pass. So they're not making money that way either, you know. Yep. So it's just this is like all they got, and I'm afraid they're going to make a lot of copy and paste films like they did with Aladdin and Lion King and stuff like that. Just let's try to generate, you know, get money pumped back into their business there. So
yeah, they got to take the safe approach, which I don't like. But real quick, you mentioned the Disney Cruise Line, which no one really talks about. I don't think that'll not ever recover, but that's going to be the slowest thing to recover, I think, because you're trapped with all these people.
Yeah, you have to put a lot of faith in. You have to really be gung ho. It can't just be lip service and fuck government regulation. You have to be really gung ho. That like
they have a lot of money invested in that cruise line. They all left around my area, and they went all over the world. And so now all the boats are just sitting there. Like a lot of them are around South Florida. I'm sure there's some in California. I'm not sure, but there were a lot of them. You know, just there's nothing going on. So I don't even know how that would work if they said we could take 20 people on a cruise. I mean, how would they make money with that? With all the gas and like that's not going to work.
You can't know that the operating cost is way out. outweigh. That's the thing. It's like they'll if they can operate at cost, so they can break even. They'll take a cruise out because at least those people will come back. They'll say they had a ton of fun. No one got sick. It's great, and it'll drum up business again.
That's a great point to make.
But they're not going to operate. I mean, so for that reason, they would operate at maybe a small loss or breaking even. But no, they certainly can't operate at a massive loss. It's just not practical. Not without getting money from every other.
The crazy thing is where I live, like I think the numbers were like 85% of the people in Orlando are employed at a theme park, SeaWorld, because you drive down the street, there's all the Disney parks, and there's SeaWorld, then there's Universal, then there's Legoland, and then there's Busch Gardens, and so they're all there, and then they're all those employees are all like on unemployment right now. And then like Disney also employs, they've got this thing called the International Program where they bring people from other countries to work in their Epcot, and they don't have to pay them that much because they're supplying housing and stuff.
They do they
send all them back to their countries, and they're not bringing them back. So you just want, like, it's just weird how they're gonna staff their. How they gonna pull this off? That's all I'm curious to know. Is because, like I said, like I will be there on May 20th when the first part of their thing opens, and the Universal part opens Thursday. So I'm gonna be there for that too.
That's gonna be fun.
And I think we're going to Bubblegum Shrimp.
Yeah.
So
we should go when they reopen.
We should
get more of that coconut rice.
Oh god, that was really good.
That was so delicious.
Edmund Dodo sends a super chat. Edmund Otto, whatever it is. Sent back in time to save his BFF's mom, bangs her. This kind of sounds like Mandalorian season 1 to season 2, right? Yeah. Season 1, you're like, oh, what a great premise. I'm so on board. Save her mom. Season 2, he's just fucking her. And you're like, what? Mm-hmm. The fuck? How did this get off the rails so quickly? Someone else, and I think Ties by Celine said, who sent Stifler back in time?
MILF. Well, Stifler doesn't say MILF technically.
So that's what was my question? I had an interesting question about something and other things and what. Does the coronavirus pandemic and all of Disney's losses make them take a harder look at Lucasfilm? Do you think this changes possibly the way Lucasfilm operates, or their willingness to give it autonomy or not give it autonomy, or even keep it fired up, keep the lights on?
Double down. I think they'll double down on. Now look, according to that confirmed article, they finished filming back in March. So all these rumors and things and this speculation that we're talking about, this is before the virus really hit hard. But I think they're going safety first. And I don't mean safety first in the whole parks. I mean like safety first is this will not fail. I mean, they might cut a check to, and not just with, I'm talking Disney as a whole, they might cut a check to Robert Downey Jr. to bring in money. I mean, look what Avengers, they made $900 million in profit. I would, if they're going to take a risk like that, I'd say they pull that kind of shit out of their ass. And a lot of their movies, like Drunk said, they're going to be live action, derivative versions. They're going to be safe. You're not going to see any kind of things taken. And I think this would be a good time for a company like Sony if they want to play hardball.
Yeah.
Really pull Spider-Man back and do shit to mess up with Disney. Now would be the time. So that's my take.
How hard would it be for them to like do like? So like, I don't know if you saw The Lion King, but The Lion King was like they went from cartoon to computer animation, right? When they redid The Lion King. Yeah. So honestly, how hard could that be for them to like pump out stuff like that and then beg people to go on Disney Plus, to get, because, Netflix is a gold, Netflix makes gazillions amount of money. And if they were to get to that place where it's like, we can make a ton of money off the streaming and not have to worry about the movie theaters or anything like that, then they'll just keep pumping those things out. I think that's another reason why they pushed The Rise of Skywalker to Disney Plus like 3 months early.
They want them
for whatever reason. Yeah, it was like they were talking about it like 3 months early. Because I guess that 1 year, I don't know when Disney Plus came out.
Just this past last October or November.
Yeah. You're launched with the Mandalorian.
Because some people have like that free year with Verizon.
That's what I have. I don't pay for that shit.
Oh yeah, so it's like that free. Yeah, I have the family password, so that's how that works.
Yeah.
And so I don't know when that 1 year is over, then they have to regenerate.
So we should have thought ahead of time and just had one of us use our Verizon account to
And
get
then
it,
next year,
and then next year to do the other one.
I'm thinking that we should have a household HBO Max account because I'm reading the chat. It's got all of Adult Swim.
Oh, sweet.
They're doing an introductory price of
is-
$11.99 a month.
Is that not on the regular HBO Go or anything like that?
It's like a ton of new shit that they don't even have
different.
on HBO Go.
Oh.
I think they're gonna basically put HBO Go onto this.
Uh-huh.
So
Yeah,
Is that what it's going to be? It's like ESPN, Hulu, HBO?
no, ESPN, Hulu, Disney Plus, because they're all in by
That's
Disney.
the three. Okay.
Yeah,
I have a family member that has a bunch of kids, and like Disney Plus is the greatest thing in their house. So I'm like, can I get the password? They're like, yeah, I don't care. It's
yeah,
like,
that's
I worked for me.
a lot of mooch. What?
I don't know what cats are snoring.
Is that Jane snoring? It's Jane snoring. Our kitties are all knocked out of sleep. It's been warmer here. Like really, realistically, what it got warm a few weeks ago, and they've just been fucking couch potatoes since then.
Yeah, all they do is sleep all day. I like it though. They don't bother us.
I mean, how does this work? Like, if Florida opens up their movie theaters next month, but you guys, like, not you guys, but California's on lockdown, well, parts of it for another 3 months.
That's where we are at.
Yep.
Yeah. So then there's going to be other areas that are going to be probably will follow the same. So like I don't even think these people they're going to release any new films. You know, like why would they do that if like only half the country could even go see them?
Well, I mean, yeah, I don't think, because that's one of the things, even when production ramps up again, I think you're going to see maybe deals where like a major studio, you know, get an exclusive deal. Let's say they're not involved in one of their own streaming services, you know, but they get a major deal with the streaming service to give them exclusive rights to their film like a week after it opened, you know, so you have a theatrical release or in the same time it has a theatrical release. You have a theatrical release for people in those areas. I mean, I think it would work like, because you've had Netflix that's made movies and done a theatrical release, or Amazon maybe then also done a theatrical release. And so you're doing the theatrical release as a little revenue bump, but you're not cashing in on that. You're really relying on your streaming release. You know, The Irishman did that. So I think that's the way it would go, and if that affects the budget that goes into making the film, and maybe they make it on a lower budget, you know, I don't know what kind of concerns. Certainly, I mean, you're also talking about like you can make the movie anywhere, but when you're talking about some of these studios who exist in California, who are largely staffed in California, you're talking about having to now look at the costs of outsourcing that labor to people who can still go to a studio and work, you know, or in a state where that can happen. So it's going to shift the production landscape, because realistically, even though you've got tons of production going on, you know, shooting happens in Atlanta all the time. Most of those are Los Angeles-based productions or New York-based productions that are going down there. Most of the movie industry still you know, lives and dies in California in terms of the studios, the sound stages, stuff like that. The television industry is very strong in New York. So their reopening is definitely going to be, and that's the thing, is even though New York is coming off of its height of things and it's slowly reopening, I think it's gonna be a long time, even if they're able to reopen with a lot of the rest of the country more around now. I think because they went through so much trauma with all of this, is a lot more residual fear, I think, in the people who live in the city. So that's going to stop them from going back out and returning things to normal. So,
oh yeah, I agree completely. I think just because the lockdown is over, I think there's still going to be people like aren't working. Like I said, I know a lot. They don't have jobs, you know, and like they got to go out and find jobs, take care of their family. The last thing they're going to think about is spending money that they don't have.
Exactly, and that's really where streaming is a boon. I mean, imagine if this pandemic happened, I don't know, 10 years ago, before 8,000 streaming services, we'd all be killing each other. You know, before we had all these gazillions of ways to so easily connect and stream and do all the stuff and whatnot. Like it's really I
don't know how I would teach class. That's the thing. Like I wouldn't know how I'd teach class. So
right. I mean, you'd be out of your your job wouldn't.
I don't know how they would do that. Yeah, that'd be weird.
That's fun. Mm-hmm.
Now, what about the tiered system for streaming? Like, okay, so for example, you brought up Rise of Skywalker coming to Disney Plus. Mm-hmm. Disney Plus, like $5 or $6 a month,
something like that.
It's just the cheapest streaming service.
Uh-huh.
Maybe that doesn't pull in enough, because remember too, they like to tout their numbers. Oh, we have 50 whatever million, but only 36 million are paid. So that's 20 extra million people.
Yeah.
You think down the road, if they get desperate, they'll introduce a tier-based system where they have like $5.99 is all back catalog. $12.99 is new film releases.
That's an interesting thought. Where like, yeah, where you could have a premium tier where it's like only certain titles are available, or like maybe your premium tier gets you access to new titles, you know, X months before.
I think they'll do combo packs like they did with ESPN and Hulu, and
yeah,
they'll have more like maybe they'll add another movie service because they own a lot of stuff.
I bet you buying Fox wasn't as lucrative as they thought it would be, unless it's going to be a long-term thing.
I think Fox has a lot of opportunity because the thing is, Fox is so much more than just like, you know, X-Men or something like that. They're
Die Hard, Aliens.
But even just their big. I think Fox Searchlight has produced, which they've absorbed. Searchlight now, you know, Searchlight Pictures has produced a lot of. They closed.
That was the first thing they did.
Right, I forgot about that. That's so dumb.
They closed Searchlight right away
because Searchlight was such a was one of the few studios that was actually putting out really, you know, consistently putting out interesting content. Not always top notch, top line, but I mean that's the whole point of Searchlight. And you have what's that other one? A24.
But isn't that partially foreign owned as well?
It might be.
That was Chinese.
A24 is definitely, they're not beholden to one of our major companies. I don't know who they're, but it's the kind of thing where it was like Fox Searchlight, where Searchlight operated without a ton of Fox oversight.
Oh, it's an American independent entertainment. Oh,
yeah. So A24 is basically Fox Searchlight without Fox. Yeah, because they
also own, when they got Fox, they also got The Simpsons.
Yeah.
So The Simpsons are also a huge part of Universal Studios. They have like a Simpsons world.
Yep.
And so so half of Universal Studios is actually paying Disney for their stuff. So they want them, you know, to be open as well, which is really.
Well, remember the Marvel, all that stuff. They
still have the Marvel land there. So this is wild. Like I'm not going to say the guy's name, but they walked. I got a chance to walk through the park at when it was closed, because I know one of the people there, and he was like, if Disney does anything stupid, you know, like we can change the Marvel land in a blink of an eye to Cybertron, to Transformers world. He's like, we got it all ready. Like, we'll do it in a heartbeat if they do anything stupid. So they have this weird contract with Disney that they have to pay. The biggest worry is the Simpsons land, you know, and all that stuff with that's going on with the Simpsons. They put a lot of money in the Simpsons land. Now Disney World owns it.
I didn't even realize. I didn't even think about that, because that's one of the ones, you know, for with Universal Hollywood. Have you ever been out to Universal Hollywood, by the way? So
I've never been at Disneyland either.
Excuse me. It's fascinating.
Or like Indiana Jones ride, like that's like.
Yeah, it's fun. It's a lot of fun. I do like that ride. I've been to Disneyland a couple of times now. I don't, you know, usually against my will, but you know, I do love Universal. So that's one of the things. One of the unique things about Universal Hollywood is there is much less land to work with. You know, it's sort of encased in you know, in between Studio City and Burbank, kind of just tucked in there. Look, I'm in that box of tissues that lives over here. I put it over here so I would always have it, and of course it's just like gone. But whatchamacallit? Yeah, so they keep building things on top of things, or they have to keep recycling things. You know, that's
really?
It's not like where in Orlando, where they can keep some older things and add new stuff, and they only change things out when they think it's sort of past its prime.
Oh my gosh, what's going on here is ridiculous. They just bought. They got Nintendo World building. There were even rumors of like a section of the park where all the old rides that they got rid of, they're gonna like release, like Back to the Future, the old King Kong ride, and all that stuff.
It'd be so much fun.
That's a rumor. I can't get that one confirmed, but everyone keeps saying it might be there. And the Nintendo World is supposed to rival anything that we've ever seen, Mario Kart and all that stuff that you. But yeah, it's like, so the big thing like now Universal here in Orlando is all about Harry Potter. And they actually did Harry Potter like the films and the books. Imagine that.
Right? Crazy how they're just how they're pulling things straight from the movies to appease the fan. Wow, it's not that fucking difficult.
Galaxy's Edge, which
was bullshit. But Flame, don't worry. Disney doesn't have Nintendo. That's Universal. Universal doing Nintendo, not Disney. But that one actually, they did expand it. They took over a parking lot and some parts of the back lot at Universal to, or maybe parts of the front lot to for Nintendo Land, because
it was back lot because we saw it on the tour.
Yeah. Well, front lot would be sound stages. Back lot would be outsides pieces.
So they're building that there in California too?
Yes, they are building Nintendo Land in California
Wow.
near the sound stages. And so I'm excited for that. But you also have Simpsons as sort of the centerpiece. It's right in the middle because there's the upper lot and the lower lot for a Universal, and then there's the studio tour, which is a really unique and cool thing we have. But sort of right in the middle of that, at the where the upper lot meets the lower lot, you have the Simpsons World. It's one of the biggest, most elaborate sections. It's definitely the biggest section solely devoted to a single film at Universal. You know, there's a little Despicable Me. They really cash in the Minions on a whole row and a bunch of that cute stuff for the kids, and really did that intelligently. Like, this is Kid Land, and they put a little kiddie park near the Minions ride and all that. It made sense. You know, it's a really neat layout. But then you have like French Street and your European area, so it's like French themed and British themed, and not necessarily paying homage to any one movie. They have their central sort of food court area. That's changeable. They put up their Grinchmas there. They put up Lunar New Year stuff there. So it's their all purpose. They can change it out. They threw it when one of the Fast and Furious movies was come out. They threw all the cars up there, you know. So all that stuff's interchangeable. But you go into Simpsons Land, you've got, you know, Krusty Burger and the bar, and you got every shot, all these facades, all these facades, storefronts straight from the show. And I mean, there's like
Mart, you can go into it.
There's like, I mean, there's the Quickie Mart, you know.
I love it.
Quickie Mart beer. There's a beer garden, so there's like 2 different bars / restaurants right in there.
You got Flaming Mo.
Exactly, and so
Flaming Mo to drink.
You got the donuts.
It's like a TV show.
I'm pretty sure they do. I don't know. I'm sure it's slightly different from the way it is in Germany. I'm pretty sure they do have a Flaming Mo.
They do.
They do. We saw it.
Yeah. We went to the bar because they had a
TV
that showed nose clips on The Simpsons.
So it's really immersive there, and then the one huge ride. And so so I'm wondering though, because the way those things work is they've got a contract with Fox, you know, for that property. So when that contract runs out, they now have to renegotiate that with Disney, and that's a big what if, you know, there's a big question mark there. So
believe me, they're preparing for the worst. That's what I was like told. Like if they gotta go, it's gonna go quick, and they're gonna be able to swap it out with something already. The Marvel Land, they said, is ready to go if something. So what's weird is I didn't even notice. So there's a Spider-Man ride in Universal. Yeah, it's a 3D ride. Have you ever been on that?
No,
I've watched a video about it.
I've never.
Okay, there's a Spider-Man ride. Now that's on Islands of Adventure. So the other park is Universal. They have a Transformers ride that they just kind of crammed into a weird spot. So the executive was telling me, he goes, ride the Spider-Man ride, then go ride the Transformers ride, and let me know what you think. So we rode the rides. I was like, you know what? They're kind of the same. It's kind of the same ride. Like the way you put the goggles on, the way the card is, and I don't want to give it away, but the ending is like exactly the same.
Yeah.
And he goes, yeah, there's a reason, because they thought they were going to yank all that stuff out. We're going to dump Transformers into Marvel Land. Wow. And then when they didn't do that, we were like, well, we got this ride. We might as well do something with it. So we built it over here.
I wish
they still do it. We could shift it back over. And
I wish they turned our Transformers ride into a Spider-Man ride. That'd be way cooler. Because I don't
turn our Transformers ride back into Back to the Future.
Me too. That too. That would be better. I've never got a ride Back to the Future, so I'd like
dinosaurs.
That. Sounds better.
Oh, Back to the Future was that was kind of sad to let that go, but I get.
But for some reason they keep ET.
Yeah. It's
the worst animatronics I've ever seen.
Dude, do you remember the Terminator ride?
Yeah, they don't have that anymore.
That was awesome though. Back in the day, it was like Terminator 2.5.
The problem is like they could have freshened up the opening montage video. They still had Shaquille O'Neal in an Orlando Magic uniform trying to shoot 3 free throws, and you're just kind of like, he's been retired now.
Why would you ever show Shaquille O'Neal shooting free throws in the first place? But
well, it's like he puts in like the Terminator eye, and then he could like make them. So it was just like.
That's funny, actually.
Yeah, and like that was the opening montage. You're like, you could freshen that up just a little bit, but
Have LeBron sinking them nothing but net from half court.
They ripped it out now, and now it's the Jason Bourne experience.
Oh, weird. That is one of the things that Universal has going for it, though, is that its birth of properties of action movies or kid-friendly action movies, adventure movies, etc., movies you could pull a ride from is much greater than its landmass to build upon. So they do have that, and they do turn things over pretty quickly. I was actually kind of surprised at how quickly they turned over the Jurassic Park ride. When they shut that down, made it Jurassic World, it was down for less than a year.
Yeah, they're still constructing that over here. It's not open yet.
I wonder, because for ours, they didn't actually change the main track of the ride. There was some big and elaborate. Did I fucking get a cat hole in this? Damn it. It's a hole in the middle of my shirt here. I'm just noticing a little tiny one from the cats. God damn it. But
I've got black people on my shirt.
Oh no, you must be racist against white.
Yeah, I know. Anyway.
That's how that works.
I have the Rock.
I have Han and Indy. So it was neat. It was actually pretty neat what they did with it, but there's a lot of, they turned that over pretty quickly. Now again, they weren't ripping things out and replacing it with entirely new, like the hard stuff where they're changing the track for the ride and the actual electronic mechanisms there. So if you're having to move over now, obviously, if you're going to gut a restaurant and revamp it to a different theme, that's not that difficult.
Oh man, the Harry Potter stuff that they just opened is like amazing. It's absolutely amazing. The Hagrid motorcade ride is like, that's the best thing.
I'm jealous.
That's one of the best rides out there, man.
I wish they had more space. I'd say, fuck it, sacrifice some of because that goes into where like Universal City Walk.
I heard that's the issue with Disneyland too. Is like this a space problem? Is that the same thing? Okay. See, I'm not used to that. Over here, you just get you'll have the news on or something. It'll be like Universal just bought 100 more acres of land.
Sure.
To build this, you're like, oh, okay, I wonder what's going there. And then they're like, oh, Disney just bought another 75 acres of land. Now Disney's buying land because Universal's buying land. So they're like, we got to buy land before they buy it all the way up to where we are and build something. So it's like, I think they're just buying land just to have it.
Yeah. So. And I mean, for sure. And they got it for when they need it. But that's always, I think though, when you look at some things, and now it's interesting to see how the success or the changes at one park influence one of the other. Both Universal and Disney in the US and to an extent abroad have tried to really keep things kind of one-to-one on the coast. Like, if we're introducing this here, we'll try to introduce the exact same thing or as close to it somewhere else. You're doing Harry Potter Land, we'll have Harry Potter Land open 6 months later, even though they did kind of go a little different where they did Diagon Alley at one place and Hogsmeade up here. But it's kind of that one-to-one. Oh, you're doing Galaxy's Edge, we're doing Galaxy's Edge, and we're going to try to open them around the same time. Although we still haven't gotten the Rise of the Resistance or whatever it is.
Oh, did you guys go? Have you been? You been to Galaxy's Edge once?
I went once. My friend got me in for free off of her pass. It was like when you could do the reservation system and whatnot.
Yeah, I've been there so many times now because like my family and everyone, they're like, I just got to see it. I'm like, all right, I'll walk you through it, but I'm just telling you. And so I'm just always like, I'll walk them through everything. And I'm like, what do you think? Everyone says the same freaking thing. They're like, it's like Star Wars without the Star Wars. I'm like, exactly. I've ridden the Rise of the Resistance several times. It's actually really decent. It's just it's a very complex ride. Huh. The thing that makes that ride awesome is the actors. They have tons of actors that like First Order actors and Resistance actors that's so complex throughout the entire experience that they actually make it pretty if they're like doing their thing, like they actually make it really cool.
That's neat. I stand corrected. Apparently we did get around to Rise of Resistance opening in Disney before we shut down for the virus. I didn't know that actually maybe I did hear that it had just opened, but it was like we were like January on that. I think you guys were ahead of us on that one by a decent amount. But yeah, that was like the Falcon ride I enjoyed, but it certainly wasn't a selling point, I'd say.
Man, if you're not the Chewbacca seat, it's not a good ride, in my opinion. So
I think either of the pilots was fine. The Chewbacca seat was definitely the best. I mean,
yeah, because you do the light speed and
you got to punch the light. I mean, I mean, who didn't hear Chewie punch it when you got to do that? That was my seat when I was the pilot. And my other pilot was my Han seat was my best friend. So we navigated really, really well together. And actually, this is the unfortunate part because we went so early in the process. It's designed, I guess, to have, it will be longer or shorter depending on how well you do. But we had a finite, I guess we were working the beta version because I guess, and most people weren't doing well enough to get that far. We went through so seamlessly. It was like our third time through each or some shit. But we got through so seamlessly that last time through, they actually had to cut the ride on us because we were back. Like, all right, we have another mission for you. We're like, yes. And they're like, all right, over. I'm like, God damn it. So, but I did end up doing every position. And gunning was cool if you're not on auto target because manual was just manual was fun. Automatic was just bullshit because you're just pushing buttons and it's doing what it wants for you. Auto targeting was kind of neat because you actually need to press the right buttons. I don't remember if they don't work, but it was whatever it was cool.
So wait, you're firing guns on the Millennium Falcon, but you're not in the gunner seat from the movie?
No.
Yeah.
Bullshit. Come on, I'm sitting here thinking like, cool, you're sitting in the chair.
Oh god, that
sounds cool. No,
now that I mean, imagine a ride that was like, all right,
play the music from the
part
movie.
one of the ride is you go in here and you got to pilot the ship. Oh, that's going on here. Now get up, go over into your gunner seat and fucking blow something up. Okay, now go, and now there's an area where you got to fix stuff.
Why didn't they ever just build a Death Star and use that as a Star Wars lane? Because you go inside of this Death Star and you can.
Oh my gosh, they could have. They should have given us Jabba's palace in it. I see you, Giovanna. I know you said hi to me. I see you, Giovanna. She wanted me to say her name. There you go. Now you're famous. You're famous now, Giovanna. You're famous.
Is that drunk?
I said your name on Mindless Entertainment's YouTuber.
Is that drunk 3P ho?
Yeah, I know. It's yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They never get my name right. They think it's hilarious. So
I do like 3P ho. I think that's nice.
Call me. I know. There's actually a bunch of parody accounts with that.
I'm gonna shorten it though. Can we just go to drunk ho?
I think one of those exists too.
Look, it's drunk ho. We forgot a couple letters. Whoops.
You push a button to shoot down the TIE fighters.
First time I rode that ride, I got the engineer, and they had two. They had a little child and grandma in the pilot seats.
Oh God.
Fine. Everyone should enjoy whatever they.
Sure.
But the engineer does nothing. Like every time you crash, you push a button on the side, and you can't see anything. But this little, cute little girl's just crashing us into everything, and you're just like, this is great. And grandma's not even touching the controls. She's just like,
I'm on a ride.
I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do.
The convenient thing is that because Galaxy's Edge never got the lines people wanted, it's easy. It'd be a real damn shame, I think if it's your only chance you're gonna get to go on this ride because it's like a 6-hour fucking wait. You wait for 6 hours and you get the 6-year-old and grandma crashing your thing while you're stuck as the fucking mechanic going boop. The lights on, boop. The lights. That's the worst job by far. Because at least, again, if you put on manual,
my friends all work there, so every time I'm in line, I'm like, 2 pilots, please. So they always give me that when I take people there. So I'm like, I'm not.
Yeah.
Don't put me in the engineer seat. They're like, no, just let us know. I'm like, 2 pilots, please. Thank you.
Yeah, Case fan. If it's a kids ride for kids, why is it that interactive? Kids aren't that good at shit.
Yeah, you gotta know video games to do that thing. You got one person that does up and down, and the other person does left and right.
Exactly.
That's how you fly the ship?
One person just controls left and right, one person goes up and down. It's all cooperative. Again, when I did Kelly, literally watching anyone else fly, it was like, fucking kill me.
Yeah, I'm the engineer guy.
Half the dials on the Millennium Falcon, those big silver things you could pull.
The big silver pulley.
Because they're in it's just part of the console. That silver. They're just like handles that come up, and they always pull them to go.
That's the light speed.
Yeah, that's it. I gotta pull it.
Okay, cool.
It's cool. That stuff. I mean, some of that stuff is neat. There are.
That's the Chewbacca seat. I think that's my favorite seat. Is because you go to light speed and all that.
Because you do light speed, and that's up and down too, right? I think.
Yeah.
And it's more. It was great.
It's based off the Solo movie. You're finding coaxium from the Solo movie.
Oh, great!
Oh, fuck! I didn't even forget.
I had zero interest, and now I have.
It's fine.
He's not even there. It's Hodo. Hodo is your. I think that's how you say his name. Hodo from Holdo. Not the lady. Hodo from Rebels. not Rebels.
Something that I'm not familiar.
Anyway, it's not Chewbacca or Han or anybody. It's
I will say the animatronics on him. At least I'm sure that's the same where you are. The animatronics are pretty out of this world on that guy though. In the like little intro room, because I know what if we have the animatronic dude there talking, it's like
Hondo. Thank you, Nigerian Prince Jeremy. Hondo. That's who it is.
Hondo. There we go. Yeah, Hondo.
But
that animatronics on Hondo are really fucking good though. You're like, I could almost believe you were a real person here.
That's why I was saying like the Rise of the Resistance ride is it's really complex.
Yeah.
So it's hard to explain. You just have to experience it and see if you like it. It's unlike anything I've ever done. But the thing is like I like Avatar. I know a lot of people aren't Avatar fans, but I liked Avatar for what it was. And the Pandora place at Disney World is fantastic. The ride, the Flight of Passage ride, is probably one of the greatest thrill rides I've ever. And I've been all over America on roller coasters and everything. The Flight of Passage ride, there's a reason why there's always a 4-hour wait to ride that ride. It is one of the greatest thrill rides I have ever been on. I don't know what they do. I think they literally like put something in you put a helmet on, like a half helmet on. I think they really put something in your brain to transport you into Pandora, because it's unbelievable what they're able to do. So you see this, and then you're thinking like, oh my God, they're gonna build Star Wars. If they did this good a job with Avatar, then the Falcon ride's gonna be out of this, like it's gonna be unbelievable. And so they tease you with such a great experience, and then they give you nothing.
And that's what I mean. Galaxy's Edge just mystifies me. All the wrong turns they took, because that's exactly what you're saying too. Even if you're not going to pander to the original trilogy crowd, even if you're not going to do all that stuff, there's still no excuse for how utterly shoddy it is.
The funny thing is, there's a lot of stuff. So there's a lot of stuff around Galaxy's Edge that people don't realize. There's like a crash. Like a spaceship a ship crashed over in the distance. There's other things that are happening. And so I'm recording a video for the park channel. And I just because I live so close, I happen to know, and I know the cast members there, they tell me everything. They have a Galaxy's Edge book that you have to read to understand everything that's going on. That's true. So I'm like, can you just give me the cliff notes here? And they're like, well, this crashes. So I'm like recording a video like, this is how you understand this crash. So a crowd of people start surrounding me, listening to me tell the story while I'm holding the camera up about what this is. And everyone's like, why do they make you read a book to have fun in a theme park? And I'm like, can you say that on camera, sir? And they're like, no, I don't want to say it on camera. So, but they're just like, it just never ends. I'm just like, I just don't get who sits around this round table and goes, this is a great idea. Make them read a book to enjoy the theme park. Here you go. Make them read a comic book, and then they'll understand what's going on.
That's Disney's secret initiative. Is actually Lucasfilm's secret initiative is just trying to make maybe Disney at large. We had that Marvel video we looked at. Disney's secret initiative is just trying to get kids to read. We watched
take it from Harry Potter. Harry Potter got kids to read. And then Harry Potter got kids to enjoy the films, and then they made an incredible theme park, and it's just crazy.
They confuse. I think they just confuse. Disney has confused compelling people to do things with making them want to do it. Because like, well, you're spending money just the same, and they're forgetting the additional money you will spend if you're doing something because you love it, not out of a sense of obligation. I got to finish the last movie in the series. Well, Galaxy's Edge is open, and I live nearby. I got to go check it out once, I guess. Whereas instead of making me feel like I have to go see it because everyone's talking about it, even though it kind of sucks, I have to do it. Make it exciting. So I go, and I'm like, this is amazing. And then I drop hundreds of more dollars going back 5 more times in a year. Not one time. And I'm like, well, you're going to pull my teeth to bring me back. I'll be in the cantina getting drunk, guys. Have fun on the Smuggler's Run.
Hey, I want to show you guys something.
Mm-hmm.
This is going in my video essay of the whole Galaxy's Edge.
I'm excited.
Now I gotta set this up, okay? What you're about to see. All right, hold on. Let me get your first reaction first. All right, I'm going to share the screen real quick. Let me get your first reaction. and then I'll explain why this is the way it is. So whatever. All right, here we go. So this is Galaxy's Edge. I'm waiting to get to go on Rise of the Resistance, and we finally see Rey. It's hard to find Rey. Now look, these kids are smiling, right? They see Rey. They're happy to see Rey. Now watch what happens. So they get their photo. Oh, does it look like she just shoved that child like out of the way?
Kind of does.
Like,
Holy shit.
let me get out of the way. Look, now she turns around and like looks at Rey like, what the heck? Like, why did you just do that to me for? So she kind of like runs off, and then poor girl like didn't get a chance to talk to her. She doesn't really shove Rey. So let me give you some context. So we'll see. We'll show her one more time. And then it does look like she pushed that poor little girl off the thing. So now you go to these theme parks, and these young, like I have a niece, you know, that likes Rey. She's 3rd grade. We're all Star Wars fans. We all went to The Force Awakens. We all thought whatever. And so she's like, oh, my family likes Star Wars, so I like Rey. No problem. Enjoy Rey. So she wanted to go meet Rey. You can go to Disney and meet any one of your favorite characters. Any princess, any prince, anything. You stand in line, Dr. McStuffins, whoever you want to meet, and just hang out with them, and they sign autographs, they take photos, they give you a beautiful... Disney does this really well. They do this really well. Now, when it comes to Rey, the only way you're going to find Rey is in Galaxy's Edge. Now, I know there's other videos out there of her with little children, and it's cute and all that stuff. Now, those are the extreme rare moments that only happens most of the time during the parade. Okay? Now, what you saw is very typical. Rey is on the run from the First Order at Galaxy's Edge. So she doesn't stop and take pictures with anybody. So the fact that those 2 girls got a photo with Rey is very shocking. Actually, that's why I recorded that on my phone. Because normally these kids would go up and be like, can I get a photo? And they're like, I'm sorry, I'm running from the First Order. So you have this character that you're trying to build up, all right? And now you're not even letting children get a photo with you, with the character.
Where's your logic in that
and then
one?
It's like when she gets a picture, she takes off. Now listen, she wasn't shoving that child. I'm not. I didn't show that to like make that cast member look bad or anything, because that is normal. Every time I'm there, it's the same thing. They don't really take pictures with anybody. They just take off because they're like, I'm sorry, I'm running from the First Order. No photos. I can't do this. I can't do this. And so I have a video on my channel where I actually follow Rey around for an hour while my family was like, I'm not riding the Falcon ride again. I'm tired of it. And I follow her around, and she gets angry with me. She gets angry with me for like following her around and recording. And she starts yelling, and then she just runs off. She's just yelling at me. And then I'm like, this is supposed to be your hero for Star Wars that little kids are supposed to look up to. This was supposed to be your Luke Skywalker, Han Solo, whatever, you know, that's supposed to be your new face of Star Wars. And this is what you're doing. My niece, who's gone because they live in the area too, who's gone multiple times to try to get a picture with Rey, has yet to find her, has yet to get a picture with her. And now, you know, she's moving on, you know, like moving on.
She's over it. And you know what? There's going to be no special memory of that time she got the picture with Rey, and Rey told her that she could be anything she wanted. You know, those things, people remember that. Kids remember that shit. You know, that special moment when Cinderella said, I could be a princess too, and I held that on with me. Like, it changes people and affects people. So now you're going to, you know, fucking, all right, move on. Who cares about Rey? It just seems really, unless this is part of some bigger elaborate thing. Like, is there any moment, you know, during the day where there's some showdown where Rey gets caught and they do like a stunt show and she fights somebody? You know, do you get a prize for finding Rey? Like, are there people in the Empire saying, we'll give you some money, we'll give you a prize if you give us information on this somebody's whereabouts? No, it's just this stupid gimmick that you could follow it through. You could weave a whole story with your characters, through the whole thing where it's like, oh, if you find Rey, don't tell this. If you're a bad guy, you're going to tell this person where she is. Or if you're a good guy, you're going to tell this person. You're going to go on this little adventure, like a little mini scavenger hunt kind of thing that you could totally do. You know, like Ren fairs do like a Ren quest. One of the one art nearest is a Ren quest kind of. I know like a lot of Ren fairs do stuff like that. But there's like a quest you can go on. So you're not just wandering around the world, but you can try to accomplish these things. And like finding Rey could be one of them. But no, it's just somebody who's
that's the thing when it comes back to the toy sales now. Like, I don't want to buy this toy. I can't even, you know. And then for the person in the chat that said I was harassing her, you could go watch the video yourself. I wasn't harassing her at all. She was standing around me. She was hiding from the First Order, and I was going, "Hey, First Order, here's Rey over here." That's what I was doing on the video. I wasn't harassing anybody.
Don't worry.
So stop with that bull crap and saying that that's what I was doing.
Drunk, don't worry about him too much. He's a huge Reylo fan. He's a friend of mine. He's a huge Reylo fan. He likes to play devil's advocate. So that's
fine. He can play devil's advocate. I would never do that. Listen, Disney's very big on anything like that. If they thought I was harassing anybody, they'd throw me out of the park. So I know you said no offense. It's all good. I was just letting you know I wasn't harassing anybody. I would never do that. So
I like Sloppy Joe's take. Find her and taser.
I want a Sloppy Joe now.
Oh God.
Point of Galaxy's Edge is you're supposed to find the spy. The spy is a black woman with blue hair, and when you find the spy gives you something to do.
Wait,
so you're supposed to go there and find the spy, and then they tell you something. Yeah, a person that hasn't been in any movies or anything like that. But if you read the Galaxy's Edge book, you'll know that. So
why is a fucking book to go to a
you gotta go there and you find this person. So you find the spy, and then they're like, okay, Chewbacca is over by the bathrooms. All right. So then it's like, all right, let's go find Chewbacca. Then you can't find Chewbacca. Then Chewbacca will show up eventually, and then you say, Chewbacca, the spy told me this. And then the guide with Chewbacca translates, and he's like, okay, well, we need you to go, are you able to go in here and talk to this person? Then you got to go find this other person. Eventually, at the end of the day, they tell you this riddle about the good sun and the good morning and stuff like that. So that's basically it. Because I've done it with people like 3 or 4 times. Because I'm like, this is what you're supposed to do when you get here. Go to that person. Look, there she is over there. Go talk to that person. All right, then go over there and talk to that person. Now go over there and talk to that person. I'm like a freaking tour guide for a place I don't even want to be in.
Hysterical.
So,
I mean, you can do this stuff well, and Disney has. I went there. My friend dragged me down there with my sister once when they were doing their Halloween thing. So it was like you could go to a certain area and stand in a place and do a thing. It was like wave your hands and you'll conduct this. This piano will come to life, knock on the door and someone will knock back and give you another clue. And it was like a little scavenger hunt you followed around. And eventually you got to the haunted manor, which we never, unfortunately we didn't get to do the haunted mansion because it was busted that day. But when you went in there, you got to do a like special track that was specifically for this little scavenger. Like, that's really neat. That took some time.
Oh man, Harry Potter is fantastic. You get a wand. You can go
the wand
to the park.
All the little
make like everything move and stuff. Yeah, they do it.
Yeah,
they do a great job.
They know how to do this shit. They just Anthony Shelley says
Avatar.
Oh yeah, it's I'm getting used to it, but it is pretty terrifying. I thought that EUs are toxic. Why do they have one? I guess we're just making terrible jokes tonight. But all right, let's get an I am the spy in the chat. Who's the spy? Is it really a black lady with blue hair, or are you the spy? Let us know. Let's get an I am the spy going on in the chat. We got a bunch of people jumping in on that already, including our good friend Sean Firefart. Let's go big boar or go home. If you want to learn more about what a big boar gun will do to things, especially pumpkins, head up his channel. He's full of information
if
about.
You could shoot any inanimate object, caliber. What would it be?
Any inanimate object?
Yeah, because I don't promote harm on people.
Oh God, no! But I would shoot just anything that would explode when I shot it.
I don't care a Walter.
What it is. Shoot a Walter.
We gotta eat.
You gotta eat the Walter.
I'm gonna cut it today.
It's like hiding under piles of
other Capri Suns.
Oh, the Capri Suns. Oh, the Capri Suns.
I didn't realize you were when you texted me about having a beer. I was like, I was gonna get Capri Sun. We're gonna have a Capri Sun party.
Oh, dude, we can still have a Capri Sun party.
We'll do it afterwards.
We should chill our Capri Suns.
I got this rocker of a headache. So.
Oh man, it sucks. I wanted to hang out with you guys, man, like in August.
Yeah.
I don't think Celebration's going to happen, honestly. I don't think
so either.
Considering that we're going on looking at stay at home for this area until just before Celebration is a thing, I can't imagine they're going to, the state's going to go for a gigantic convention of thousands.
Yeah, I agree.
I just don't want it.
Zach Blackfire is the spy.
Oh, I am sorry. That movie's terrible.
And so is Game Beaten, a.k.a. Kevin S. Walter Manson is the spy, for sure. I have Sauron as Zardoz. I thought he was Sauron, but whatever, D. James Baker is also the spy. Got a lot of spies in the chat.
I mean, I've heard like tales of Jeff how Jeff drinks. I've heard tales that it's hard to keep up. I've heard like these, they over here in Florida, we're on the other end of America. They're singing songs about how Jeff can just put away. And so I was like, man, he's gonna be at, I think I've sent you a DM. I was like, you're gonna be at WrestleMania because it's only, Tampa's about 45 minutes away. So I was like, I gotta figure that one out, man. I gotta figure that out because like the songs are ringing about his drinking and how epic it can be.
We would have invited you over we had an Airbnb rented. I would have just had you come over because we drive down to Ohio and we just buy booze. We would have brought it down and we would have partied next time.
Now I better be there too because
probably would have passed out while you were still going if the rumors are true.
Oh, they're true.
Did I have any trouble keeping up with you at Celebration?
No, we went all night.
Did I have any trouble in Columbus keeping up with you on any given day?
Well, in Chicago, you almost face planted into a refrigerator.
That's not because I was drunk. I tripped. I was climbing over.
We were having a moment that neither of us wanted to recognize.
We were having a moment.
Yeah, honestly, it was like one of those. Hey,
moments are good, I guess. If it was a good moment.
And then I turned to go, and there was a refrigerator.
No, I'll give Jessie shit on air about her drinking skills, but no, she can. That's one of the reasons why I was so attracted to her, honestly. Look, at the first day we met, we're drinking beers and shit, and she tries to choke me out at the bar and all this crap. I'm like,
don't forget about like a half an hour into sitting there at the first bar and like, let's get cracking.
But you hear like, I know you like wrestling, Jeff, so it's like, I love watching the Andre the Giant special on HBO was fantastic.
Was great.
And so was the Nature Boy, the one that they did on ESPN. But
30 for 30?
Yeah. The drinking story, the best one was like when Nature Boy was talking about Andre, he's like, one time I saw Andre drink 132 beers and like some crazy like that. He goes, look at me, 132 beers, brother. and Nature was like, I was trying to keep up with him too. I was like, God, 132 beers.
What's the most number of beers you think you ever drank in a single?
And then I heard Jeff can do that. I was like, wow.
This isn't an exaggeration. I know I drank more than 40 in an afternoon. Because for Super Bowl 2011, I drank a 24-pack like real quick and didn't get drunk. I was pissed. Because Dion and I were like, we're going to do this. We're going to party. We're not going to go to school tomorrow. Nothing happened. I couldn't get drunk on it. But we rented a cabin in Gatlinburg, and I think I drank close to 42 or something. Like, they were Angry Orchards. My stomach felt like shit, but I kept pounding them because we were like trying to go.
What's your beer of choice? If
it depends. Are we doing for longevity drinking? We just trying to go quick? Am I trying to get drunk quick?
Longevity. We're watching wrestling marathon on TV. So longevity.
Okay, I could either. I'm either like what's that one I drink? The with the skull on it, the fucking IPA that Voodoo Ranger. I like Voodoo Ranger quite a bit, the juicy one.
You like IPAs?
I do like IPAs. I like Fat Tire. I like all kinds of beers, but I can't drink too many dark ones.
All right, drunk. You're making those faces. You're my dude.
Yeah, I'm from Miami, man. We like number one. We like mojitos. Number one.
I love mojitos.
All right, number two. It's like Corona style here in Miami, so it's like that. So like you put a bunch of Coronas in front of me, Corona Lights all day. Not talking about the virus, mind. So
this is my bitch.
I can't do IPAs, man. IPAs are like wow,
this is my bitch sipper beer because I
man, I love Modelo. Yeah, that's another one. It's like those things.
I usually take my Negro Modelo. So that's the thing is if I'm gonna go for a long, Negro Modelo's with 5% maybe, 5.4% alcohol.
Is it even that?
Yeah, it's 5.4% alcohol. I can drink this shit all day, and I like the Negra because it's a little bit darker. It's just
like Dos Equis.
You know,
I do like Dos Equis.
Dos Equis I can fuck with. That stuff's usually a little too light for my palate. I can do though Dos Equis or Corona with a lime in it. I can fuck with that. I like if I'm gonna drink something light like that. I like wheat beers. You know,
Leinenkugel is a good choice.
I'll fuck with Leinenkugel.
It all depends where I'm at. So it all depends where I'm at. If I know I've got to like go home or anything like that, then I gotta go as light as possible. So
that's fair.
Might have to go Coors Light. Might have to do Coors Light. So.
Oh fuck that shit!
It's better than Pabst.
It is better than Pabst, which is my friends and I did a power hour. And you guys know what that is?
You just drink straight for an hour?
No. Do you know what a power hour is? It was a thing. There's actually like apps for it and shit like that. So the whole what was it? It was you sit down and then you can make like there's apps that would like cycle your soundtrack to it and whatnot. Basically, every minute on the minute, you take a shot of beer on the minute for 60 minutes. So it's not, you don't drink 60 beers, you don't shotgun 60 beers or anything. Obviously, you would die. But you just pour your beer into a shot glass, and every minute on the minute for an hour, you take a shot of beer. Oh, Shogun Order says takes a sip of beer. That's some pussy shit. We did a full shot of beer. And
my sips of beer are much larger than your sips of beer, so shouldn't I just stick with that?
You just equal measure shot glass, just so everyone's on this doing the same thing. And to be fair, we had been drinking a lot already that night. We got through it. 2 out of 3 of us puked.
Did you?
Yes. No, fuck. I was the one person who didn't that night, I think. I was actually, which is unusual because usually I do get to a point in the night if I'm really far gone where I'll just hurl and then I'm ready to go.
That was Columbus.
That's like if I either like puke my effing guts out, die a little bit, go to bed, and then feel better in the morning for having done that. Or if I'm like in the middle of it, I'll upchuck and then come back and rally. So
I've seen that too.
You have.
You're a classy woman.
Atechi-san says King Kong went to Hong Kong to play ping pong with his ding dong.
There you go. $10.
I've read all night.
I just want to point out, I love you, Atechi-san. I think you're great, and you contribute wonderful things to this chat, including things like one of the largest super chats of the night that you used to send us this message. Now, people send, different denominations depending on how much they love us and appreciate us. I've had people send me $100 super chats with no message on it. But some people do go for that higher level super chat because they want the larger text, to get to say more things to you and stuff like that. So I just appreciate Atechi-san so much more that they're like, you know what? $10 super chat so I can hear Jesse say King Kong went to Hong Kong to play ping pong with his ding dong. I appreciate you, Atechi.
Will you say that to me off air tonight?
Maybe, if you pay me $10. Turns out if you pay me $10, I'll say it twice. But Atechi-san, I just want you to know how much I appreciate you. So, Board Pork says 6 Flags locations might be open in July or August. If Celebration gets canceled, that would be the perfect spot for a fan meetup and park hopping episode. That is a good point, Board Pork.
Because you know about park hopping there, Board Pork. How do you know about park hopping?
Clearly, because he likes it, maybe. But
I'm gonna be going live when that place opens. Like I don't know. It could either be packed.
It
like
won't
Thursday. Like it could either be packed Thursday or empty. I don't know.
It'll be dead.
Did you see the Hong Kong Disney videos?
So weird.
Yeah, I put it on park hopping.
But yeah, that's actually an interesting point, Board Pork, because Six Flags is in Santa Clarita, so it's technically not in LA County. So if LA County has stricter restrictions on public places and whatnot, they wouldn't be part of that. They would be, they would fall under the umbrella of whatever the rest of California was doing. Likewise, also what's that one? Knott's Berry Farm. Knott's Berry Farm,
yeah.
That actually might even be the better choice because that's in Anaheim as well, or not Anaheim, but it's in the OC. I think it's near Anaheim. It's in the OC as well, so it's in the same area. Let's say, if people had already made hotel reservations or something, or were flying in and they weren't flying into LAX, they were flying, into, I guess John Wayne is down there or whatever.
Wait, is that the name of the airport?
He has a John Wayne airport.
Cool.
Yep. John Wayne's got his own airport. But that would be a viable option as well if that one was open. I don't know what they're...
I think what we should honestly do as a fandom menace is we should try to take inventory of all the people that did pre-buy stuff.
Yeah.
And just we should all just across all the live shows say, hey, if you bought this, maybe you can set up an email account and try to just gauge how many people are locked into shit and see what could happen. Because
worst comes to worst, we go to Long Beach and have a pool party.
I understand that, but think of somebody like Andy from the UK, who's kind of
I was coming.
thousands of dollars of shit. you don't want these people to be stuck and then no one's going to show up thinking, oh, I'm going to meet the Phantom Menace,
sure.
I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, and then no one's there. I'm just trying to like,
y'all can all come to Florida.
If that happens, if there's enough interest, we don't even need a theme park or a place like that.
We just want to hang out, man. All of us on the East Coast that were coming, we just wanted to hang out. We didn't even care.
Who cares about the thing? We'll go, go to the beach. That's who gives a shit. We'll have a beach party instead. It'll be great.
We'll go to Bubba Gump Shrimp.
We'll go to Bubba Gump. There you go.
Yeah, we just want to hang out.
Wait, do they have?
We don't care.
Where you can grill?
I think so.
We could just have people bring food and we just keep cooking all day.
That'd be cool. That'd be dope
really
as shit.
Fun.
That'd be so.
Have you guys ever had Dr. Pepper shots?
What's a Dr. Pepper shot? I think I've heard of it. Isn't it like you mix a bunch of unrelated alcohols and it tastes like Dr. Pepper when you put it together or something?
Yeah, like it's you gotta have like a light beer. And then it's something that you oh my gosh, it's that high proof stuff that you could light on fire.
Oh, like 151?
Yeah, that's it. You light that on fire, then you drop it in your beer, and then you drink it fast. It tastes just like Dr. Pepper.
I've heard this. I have yet to try a Dr. Pepper shot.
Those things will wreck your life, especially when you stand up after you've had like 3 or 4.
I love that.
You feel like you've just been drinking soda. Then you stand up and you realize you weren't drinking soda.
That's good to know. We should definitely try that. Yeah, we definitely should. I think, though, that we are getting to a spot where we're coming up on our Mad Libs time.
Indiana Jones?
Coming up on our Mad Libs. Yeah, I think we're going to do both tonight since we've got drunk. I don't know if you've been following, but we've been playing Mad Libs on this channel. That's our...
It's been late. No, I'm usually asleep by this time. I apologize because I work at 4 a.m. But I don't work tomorrow, so it's nice.
So I just had a Star Wars Mad Lib book in my house that we played through on air. It was exciting, and we replaced that went away. So now we have Mad Libs After Dark, which is the love version. And
I had to get this one because I think Indiana Jones is better. Than
Indiana Jones.
So we love playing that. So basically, the way we got you played.
I love Indiana Jones. If you can't tell, I got the Bible ripped out over here. I got all the.
I think it's if you rank it as a trilogy, I think it's the most solid 3 films like in a row. I love it. None of them are bad.
They're really all excellent.
I can watch them all the time, every day.
Likewise, that's one that can you're never gonna get me to say no to Indy.
Except for the 4th one.
Yeah.
That doesn't exist. I don't believe. Yeah. That's like
it's not the Last Jedi to me. Like it didn't kill it like the Last Jedi killed for me, but
it's that like it's the child that you never have to talk about. It's that
I was like,
it's the ugly stepchild. We just never need to speak of it.
Have you noticed
that they trying? Here's your consolation prize.
That's something I appreciate about Indiana Jones. They're not sitting there pushing Crystal Skull, going, "This is the future, like it." They're just like, "Okay, people don't really care about that." The thing is,
too, like Shia LaBeouf's star has come and went. Look, I like his avant-garde dumb stupidity because it's entertaining. But like overall, Shia LaBeouf used to be a big household name. He's burned out quickly.
Shia LaBeouf is a joke now. Shia LaBeouf is actual cannibal Shia LaBeouf now.
I just think it just looked like the whole movie they filmed in like a garage.
Yeah, you know what I want to do? Just on a whim, I want to see if there's a way to reach out to Shia LaBeouf and be like, "Yo, come on my channel." Just see if he does. That's
the way his personality is. It wouldn't probably would say yeah.
Wouldn't it be funny if it got somebody you got through to him and he was like, "Yeah, sure, why not?"
You ever seen that video of the person driving next to him? It's like somebody filming in their car and they pan over and it's Shia LaBeouf. He's like this, and then he just drives off like he's cool about it.
So I just want to point out in our Mad Libs, so this first one that we did, we've got a nice little a black and white of Indiana Jones going on there. This next one that we're doing, it's Marion's Place, right? Marion's Place is what we're going to do tonight. And there's just what we get instead of like a nice little one of Marion Ravenwood or anything. We've got fucking Nepal. We've got a little sticker advertising Nepal. I
would just like to say, for as much as I love Indiana Jones, there was not a lot of effort put into this book. Seriously, that is a fucking silhouette of a hat and whip. You don't even get detail. At least with the Star Wars
get pictures on these, we don't even get pictures. We just
but I mean that's the high end. There's a scarab or whatever.
There you go.
Chewed monkey brains.
No, those are the delicacies.
God, I love it.
Ham sandwich. Says try Di Serono and Coke. That's basically Dr. Pepper.
Oh, there we go.
That would actually be really delicious.
I think I've had Di Serono and orange juice before.
Weird. That sounds kind of gross.
I think it was good.
Fair enough. All right. Well, thank you for that ham sandwich. Sorry, you're sandwiched to me. It's too many M's. I can't not. So the way we go basically is we'll go around. It's between you, Jeff, and the chat to fill this in. And we take suggestions from the chat. So every third word, I'll let the chat know they have an opportunity to submit their suggestions just right there. Anyone who sends in a super chat, that will be the suggestion. If it doesn't fit in that immediate spot, we'll find some place to plug it in. Beth usually comes through with Wiener. If not, we'll probably do one in her honor.
You're gonna have to walk me through it, man. I've never played this.
Don't worry. I'm basically just gonna ask you to give me certain more types of words, and you'll.
Okay.
Oh, this is your Mad Libs cherry too. Then we popped Mary's last week. Jeffrey Turner, aka Mega Jetty One, says my upcoming vid is Superman, the first Marvel issue. That sounds very intriguing.
Do you mean like the Stan Lee reimagining of Superman? Because that would be cool to watch a video about that one.
I'm assuming so. So subscribe to Jeffrey Turner, aka Mega Jetty One, to check out that fun stuff. Also, if you haven't subscribed to John 3PO, what are you doing? Subscribe to him.
His
channel description is right here in the chat. It's in the description. I should get it going in the chat here too.
Oh, thank you. You don't have to, but thank you.
Of course I do. You're my guest.
I like being here. This is it's fun.
I enjoy having you very, very much. I think that's been one of my favorite things about doing all this extra streaming is like going through and just getting to talk to more people more often than I'm used to be able to do. Get to bring new people on. I've made some fun new friends, and cool. Yeah, it's fun. It's exciting. It's different. Most of all, it's different. A Touchy-san says choo choo, and he sent it twice, or she. I don't know what the gender of Touchy-san. So I will read it twice. Choo choo. I don't know if that's just for funsies. I think
it might be. Don't they put san at the end of a man's name in Japan?
I think so. That's why.
San or
realistically, unless your name is like Nerdy Gamer Girl, I assume you're a dude. That's how it pretty much. I assume you're a dude. Now Itachi-san says chugga chugga chugga. Now Itachi-san is drunk or stoned. And if these are suggestions for Mad Libs or just things that
wouldn't that be onomatopoeia, which wouldn't work?
Yeah, I don't know where you put that silly word. I guess if we had a silly word, but I'm just gonna keep reading them and appreciating Itachi-san.
Thank you, Itachi-san.
We appreciate you. Jeffrey Turner, aka Mega Jetty One, says it's about the first issue of Superman by Marvel. So there you go.
Oh, okay, cool.
Itachi-san again says choo choo. I think you know what? I think choo choo is a noun.
I think you should put everyone as choo choo. Hey, Itachi-san paid for all of them. Just let him fill the first ones.
I think choo choo is a noun.
Oh, did you ever get your super chat thing worked out?
Oh yes, I finally did. They did resolve it. Finally.
Oh, good.
Took them. Well, clearly, it was interesting because I was like, so what you're saying is you're stealing my money. So when I don't have this money come the next pay period, I'm going to have to take legal action to get the money that you're supposed to be giving me, right? All of a sudden, I get another email. Hey, I'm this guy taking over for the previous guy doing this stuff. We're looking into it. It's fine. Everything's fine. We're all fine here. How are you? And then I think I got the first guy back, and he's like, hey, it should be resolved now. Yeah, let us know if there's anything else. And I'm like, okay. You guys got really concerned.
That guy sounds like a descendant of shit pancake.
I was lucky because it was me, John Talks, another YouTuber named Robert Storm, and another YouTuber. So we were all like in it together.
Yeah.
So, and I only saw it because they were on Twitter saying, hey, I didn't get my super chat money on that. And so I was like, me either. So it was like, we all kind of like went in on it together, at YouTube, and they finally resolved it.
Yeah.
So, but it did take a while. We had to do it all through Twitter. It was crazy.
Yeah.
They wanted to see screenshots on Twitter. They were like, "Can you reply to this?" I'm like, "Okay."
Can you be legit?
I don't really like doing that.
That's so unprofessional. I figured this out. I figured out what's going on with the Itachi-san, right? He says, all aboard the super chat train.
There it is.
Here comes the Zigaboo. So there we go. We just rode the super chat chain with the Itachi-san all the way from King Kong's Ding Dong. We had choo choo, choo choo, chugga 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 choo choo, all aboard the super chat chain.
Cool.
Oh, that was exciting. I'm still keeping choo choo into our Mad Libs because it's just fun for me. All right, so chat, your first suggestion that you're going to throw at us is a place. So any place, again, a super chat will supersede this. A unrelated super chat will go an unrelated word will go somewhere else.
Willoughby?
Anyway. All right, so the place is for you guys. Since you are first drunk, since you are our guest tonight, you get to start us off. So I just need from you any plural noun, any noun that is plural.
Plural noun.
Mhm.
Person, place, or thing that's plural. Apples.
Apples. Brilliant. All right. No, I just have fun because I get to see. I'm like, the cheater here, the mastermind, knowing what's up. Jeff, an adjective, please.
Adjective. Stinky. Like she pancakes here.
Stinky.
Wait, what did you say? What did he say?
Stinky. Like one of our cats has some ear. So I call him Stinkier.
Nilbog. That's goblin spelled backwards.
That's a place, right?
In a movie, yeah.
That's what I thought.
Too.
I was like, all right.
We're gonna watch that one night.
Nilbog. Okay.
Thank you, Lancer.
Oh,
737.
goodness. Oh, Ateshi-san, last stop, Willoughby.
White zone for the fucking win.
So I'm gonna have to put Willoughby in here somewhere.
Yeah.
We just had a place though. That's
it's not only a place but a state of mind.
I don't know. Okay. Well, it's on the train, so let's. Greg Kirby really wants that wiener going. I know we lost Beth Degu. I haven't heard from her in a minute here. Maybe she was shamed out of the chat after her horrifying pun. The next thing you're going to get is a verb in the past tense, a past tense verb for the chat. Beth Degu is here with wiener. So we'll find our next noun, and we'll just throw that right in there. Thank you, Beth Degu.
Throwing the wiener in?
Throwing the wiener in. But Jay, you're going to get a number.
From any
number.
Let's go with 6.
Okay. That's a good year. It's a good number. It's a good number.
Was it a good year?
It was a good year. The worst. Our favorite number is 5011. That was a courtesy of Tops Masculinity, I think.
Oh. I keep it simple, like 1 through 9.
You can see what the chat likes. The chat's really
I see that.
The chat is very innocent. Usually we get 69, occasionally 42. Sometimes it's 666. Or every now and then a 5011. That KC fan says Kristen Stewart, good actor. Drunk 3PO, good guy. There you
Are you sure that I'm a good guy? But I appreciate it.
He's sitting the olive branch. All right, Jeff. Jeff, a noun, please. So chat, you guys are working on a past tense verb for me.
You know what? This is Indiana Jones and Nepal related. I'm going to put something that should not be in Nepal. A DVD.
There you go.
Makes no sense.
Sure. That's good.
The movie takes place in 1936. They didn't even have VHS.
I like how you're like, Nepal, before you talk about the where Tony takes place, like something that would never be in Nepal. Nobody in Nepal has ever owned a DVD.
No.
Fuck Nepal.
They all died in an avalanche in 1988, so it doesn't matter. They don't exist.
I'm going to take Nigerian Prince Jeremy's suggestion for the past tense verb. Shat. It's just such a fun past tense verb. Oh, good.
God, I love Bad Santa.
All right. So you guys chat's going to get a plural noun next. Jay, you got an adjective.
Oh, a description word. You waiting on me or the chat?
I'm waiting on you, but don't take your time.
Stinky.
Don't feel pressure. He just did Stinky.
You did?
Yeah, that was his last one. You gotta pick a new one.
Oh. Since I did apples, let's go with delicious.
Delicious.
A stinky, delicious apple.
And Jeff, you're gonna hook me with a plural noun.
Alex says drunk has time for Jess and Jesse, but doesn't have time. I know. I'll be back.
Dude, you should play
I'm on a social media break, man. I'm trying to figure out, Alex, what I'm gonna do with my channel and everything. I'm just kind of like, I'm working on my book. You know that, Alex. That's why I'm not.
There you go. That's a
people miss me playing Mario Kart.
How about,
of course, the important things.
Mood rings.
Mood rings. All right. Mood rings. What does the chat got for us? Parks. Cellist.
Homeboys.
Homeboy. I like homeboys. All right. There you go. Homeboys it is. Thank you, James Baker.
That's my favorite line of any Spider-Man cartoon. He webs up a couple of guys to a street boys. Like, I always wanted to hang with the homeboys. It's the
I know that one.
Like 31 years old.
That's one of my favorite parts from the Bed Intruder auto-tune song. And tell your homeboys, 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 homeboys.
To watch it later.
It's a Bed Intruder song. It's great. What? Jane Little.
He's like,
yeah, he's over there choking to death in his sleep or something. All right,
He's related
chat's
to me.
getting an adverb next. Enjoy that. But Jay will give you a verb ending in ing.
Swimming.
There you go. All right, and Jeff, a noun.
Noun. How about tornado?
Tornado.
Shit, tornado. Shatnado.
Shatnado. Sharknado.
I like Sharknado.
All right. Is that what I'm changing your word for?
Sharknado.
Sharknado?
Yes, it's now Sharknado.
It's just fart noises and poop all in a whirlwind. That's disgusting.
I want one of our listeners that can animate something just to make a
Sharknado.
It's like, oh god, here comes Request Bullshitters and their Sharknado.
Anna and I should call up that chick who everyone's mad at us for doing the video on. Because we should make fun of her Raylo animation and be like, yo, don't waste your time animating Raylo. Animate something real. Animate a Sharknado. Sharknado.
I should just be like, hey, I'm gonna drop you. What's your fee to animate me a Sharknado? But it's got to be like Disney TV 1994 quality. Good.
Fair. Confusingly, dumbly. I like confusingly is fun. I feel like that's gonna go over well. All right, and to finish us off, let's see, last two. Jay, another verb ending in ing.
Ing verb. Trying to keep it.
What?
Raylo Nato.
Splashing.
There you go. Splashing. Pool theme.
Have you been watching wrestling, Jeff?
I watched the Money in the Bank match yesterday, but I
like
WrestleMania, but I don't watch it regularly right now because it's just meh.
Yeah.
What about you?
Becky Lynch got pregnant, so she gave up her title.
Yeah,
she's pregante.
Pregante.
Seth Rollins' baby.
That's no word.
Yeah, adjective.
Adjective. Crusty.
Ooh.
Crusty.
All right, here we go. You ready for Marion's Place, the Mad Libs story written by me, you, and the chat?
Yeah.
All right. Nepal might not have the bright apples of New York City or the stinky nightlife of Nilbog, but there is one place someone can go where everyone knows his choo-choo. Marion's Place. Marion opened the bar 6 years ago in order to make a little DVD while she figured out what she wanted to do with her life after Indiana Jones shot away.
That's pretty good.
At her bar, you'll meet a delicious cast of characters who like to throw mood rings, play pool, and hang out with their homeboys. Mood rings. Just like, yeah, we just
you just throw mood rings on the little stick.
I don't like this mood.
Marion was as happy as a wiener in a rug swimming there.
There you go.
She lived in the Sharknado above the bar until a fire confusingly burned it to the ground. Hey. If a fire burns your Sharknado to the ground, I think it would be pretty confusing.
Wow. I'd need therapy.
Now her Nepal days might be over and the bar might be no more, but she'll always be the tough splashing bartender from that crusty bar in Nepal. Well, that was delightful.
Yeah.
Disturbing. But we got one more because we want to pull. So this is our adult Mad Libs. So
nice.
Pull out all the stops, all of the naughty words. The naughtier, the better. The best thing ever to come out of Mad Libs, I think, possibly even better than Space Wiener Boy,
Definitely.
might be I like big assholes and I cannot come. We're making that shirt now because that happened. It's Zach Blackfire's shirt, so yeah, this is gonna be great. And you know what? Drunk is just the guy to help us with this. Flirting 101 is the topic.
Right.
I don't know if I get
101. All right, so chat, you're going to throw a noun our way at some point. And Drunk, your first thing is going to be a plural part of the body.
toes.
There you go. I don't know why I keep saying there you go as if like it's as difficult for you. Oh, wow. Hooray for you. You said words. All right.
English teacher, too.
Chat.
Not good at it, but
that's the nice thing. I was like, at least here's somebody I'm not going to have to help with the parts of speech. Hopefully.
I had a lot of wine. That's why I was like, let me make sure I don't look. Here I said, look stupid, sound stupid, or read.
Dude, your name's Drunk 3PO. People are disappointed if you're not drunk.
That's true. I almost finished this whole bottle today.
Nice. Oh, today? Come on. I used to do like a bottle plus in a stream. Shit. That was like it took a while. It was weird. That was part of the problem for me. So my stream started growing. I started the Mindless Entertainment drinking game for Super Chats ages ago. My channel started growing. My stream started getting bigger. I started having these crazy streams. My fucking like 25K celebration stream was retarded.
How retarded was it, Jesse?
All the retards. Full retard. But so bottles of wine going out and shit like that. And I'm like, I gotta stop this because I'm getting hammered every Tuesday night. And my Wednesdays are just gone. They just chalk them up for a loss, I got to figure out a way, So I figured out some stuff, some methods, some cheats, if you will. I'm not going to share share this with the world, but it really took time though to wean the chat off of expecting me to drink every.
Oh wow!
Yeah, because it was like, oh, you're not drinking this week, and I'd be like, well, the super chats aren't coming in for me to drink anymore. Or a super chat would come in and be like, Jesse, drink, and I'd be like, I'm not playing the drinking game tonight, guys, and they'd be like, no, do it. I'm like, peer pressure, bottle of wine because I was 8 handy. That's how I got to my surplus of Manischewitz from last Passover, It freaking, yeah. So I finally my chat seems chill about like, oh, Jesse's not going to drink. Now they get excited when I'm like, it's a drinking stream. So that's good. We're back where we want to be, where they don't necessarily assume that I am drinking every time.
So I have a lot of women that come to my live streams and they were making a joke. Like, they're like, we want to see you in a onesie, right? I said, that ain't going to happen. So do something else. And then one of them says, what would it cost? What would it cost for you to be in a onesie? I was like, are you freaking kidding me? A freaking onesie? I live in Florida. It's hot. I said $500, right? I just threw out a crazy number. Someone super chats $500. This is for your onesie stream. I was like, fuck. Are you freaking kidding me? Who super chats $500 to see this man in a onesie? Sure enough, they did. So
you should be careful where you say that though, because you could be arrested for prostitution.
We had did the onesie stream, and they're like, "You gonna do another one?" And then like I said, no, $500. Somebody else, $500 super chat. So we did another. That's I had Anna. I was like, Anna, will you come on a onesie stream? She wore a unicorn onesie. So I was like, well, if they keep throwing $500 super chats. That's why I asked you. I was like, would you wear a onesie on a live stream?
Goddamn, I would. Anytime.
All right, so we have a confirmation. All right. They even got Abu Nas. They even got Abu Nas to wear a teddy bear onesie.
So now we know where all the women on the internet are on YouTube anyway. They're over on fucking Drunk 3POs, objectifying him over on his channel.
Pretty bad. Yeah, I feel like I feel dirty after those streams. So this is the best thing. So I had this stream with Anna. And all the other, I used to have like 5 other women on the panel. Everyone's wearing a onesie. They ordered my onesie. I was supposed to get a rabbit because I'm like part of park hopping. So it's a rabbit is the theme, and with wearing my signature, because I wear this fedora. I usually wear this fedora everywhere I go. So like that's my hat. And so the freaking company sent me the wrong onesie. They sent me a turkey. And I didn't have time to send it back. It was from Amazon. It had freaking wings and a gobbler and a whole thing. And I'm like, I can't wear this.
Didn't I want?
Did you put Dion in a turkey suit once, some shit like that?
Yeah, I put Dion in a turkey suit and he met Billy Zane, and Billy Zane hugged him.
Amazing.
That was the best thing we ever filmed, but nobody watched it.
All right.
A million people watched me talk about Captain Marvel. Nobody wanted to watch Dion hug Billy Zane, Lance Henriksen, and
I had to tease that Anna was going to be in a onesie, so everyone would show up, and then they got to see me wearing a turkey outfit.
I mean, it's same in my
honestly, I'd be more excited I've hung out with Anna. Come on, but you in a turkey suit, done. Done, all the way done.
All right, we'll set that up.
I do want to make sure the chat knows they're being appreciated. Doxy Mama is taking one for the team and suggested a wiener as our next noun, so I am plugging that in. And Melissa Lawrence says, Jeff, will Indy 5 happen? It'll be an SJW disaster if so.
Yeah, it'll be a disaster if so, because of this pressure to have a female Indiana Jones, where I'm like, yo, Laura Croft happened over 20 years ago. But if it does happen, it will be a dumpster fire. And I'm not trying to be overtly negative. It's what else is there to tell? Even 12 years ago when Harrison Ford was in better shape and you had Spielberg and Lucas and all these people, John Williams, Karen Allen, all these people came back for the movie, and you made Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. So what could you make with not Steven Spielberg and not George Lucas and probably not John Williams and all these other people?
I think that it's difficult enough to begin with to take an existing IP that's not yours and inherit it and do something good with it. And we've seen great filmmakers, good filmmakers, not so good filmmakers struggle with exactly that over the years. And it is seldom done right. It is frequently done wrong. And now more than ever, with the tropes going on in Hollywood, with the pressure to be woke and the narratives that are being pushed and all of this shit, I think it is harder than ever to do justice to the original while keeping it, current and giving people something they want without, pissing off X people and other people. And yeah, what do you think, Chad?
Guys, ready? This is it. You heard it here first.
All right.
Indiana Jones 5. Harrison Ford gets kidnapped at the beginning. They have a woman, Brie Larson, because Brie Larson wants to be an Indiana Jones so bad. Okay. Rescues him.
He wants to be
near the end, and then they could restart the franchise with a new person. That's not really Indiana Jones, but was the person that rescued Indiana Jones because he's older and he can't do all the stunts. So they restart the franchise with that new person that rescued Indiana Jones.
Harrison Ford getting kidnapped. What a great idea.
Oh, wow. No one's ever thought of that one before. Atechi-san, I don't know what you're on tonight, but please share. Yeah. Is the Miami Heat logo a flaming hot Cheetos hemorrhoid?
The basketball? Going through a basketball hoop.
It's well observed, Atechi-san. Thank you for that super chat. And thank you for that delightful observation. And
I don't know why I'm wearing it. I was wearing it because we were all masked up. I think that's what.
All right, you're distancing. We're appropriately distancing.
What is my word?
But chat, keep those nouns coming because we are rocking through here. You have a noun next, chat, and Jeff has an adjective.
An adjective?
Yes. And Jay, you're going to get a noun, so you can start thinking of your noun.
Throbbing.
Okay.
Ooh. I mean, you said make it do your work.
Yes. All right, social distancing, 3 p.m. Let's see.
Now. And we're doing adult. I'm going to say thong.
Ooh, good. I like it. Well, thank you. That's why Brian is very insistent on it.
Yes, it's a really good movie called Role Models.
So we're getting more and more suggestions from the chat for la noun, but Jeff has an adjective.
Another one, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Bumpy.
Bumpy ride. And
did you say bumpy ride?
Bumpy ride.
Oh, are you continuing the hemorrhoid from Atechi-san?
Bumpy ride. I was doing it's from a movie you haven't seen yet. It's the third Harry Potter movie. It's going to be a bumpy ride.
Maybe one day.
I love that. Hey Ernie, why the long face? Let's see. What do we got for now? We got Whispering Eye. The fuck's a noun. Zach Blackfire does not know parts of speech tonight. It's but he did come up with Riding Crop, which I think is an excellent.
Didn't he also originally write Riding Crew?
He did write Riding Crew.
Can we just use Riding Crew?
Riding Crew.
What's a Riding Crew? I don't know.
Something that even Macarena doesn't own.
Yes.
Chat, keep us rockies. You're gonna get chat's gonna get an adjective next, and Jay's gonna get a verb.
Verb.
It's my smiley face.
Touching.
All right, well, we'll make it.
Or touch. Wouldn't that consider a verb, right?
Yeah, touch. Yep, touch is perfect. And touch. You get an ing verb.
Fucking!
Hey! All right. And the chat is rocking up, giving us adjectives like beautiful, exorbitant, curdled, moist.
Moist.
Delightful.
Ooh, a curdled moistness.
Yeah, it's gross.
God, I could smell the. Oh, never mind.
That's gross.
Go with curdled.
Oh God, now I'm thinking of the
dishes. Curdled.
Those fucking scrambled eggs. That
Has that part been clean, or is that still just waiting there? For you left it for me, didn't you?
I took care of it.
Oh, you're the best.
I already knew that, but keep coming.
All right. So where are we? Chat.
I gotta kiss
Chat curdled. Chat. You are going to get a noun next. So chat, rock the nouns. Jay, give us an adjective.
Adjective. Hairy.
Hairy. Good. Jeff, a part of the body. It's got to get you down for at least one of those per day.
Vagina.
Oh, wow. Vagina.
What?
I want to have sex with your vagina. Vagina.
What?
Vagina.
What?
E equals MC vagina. Oh,
they
times.
sing about Indiana Jones in that song. On the Indiana Jones of Exploring Crotch. Yeah, perfect.
Lancer 737 with a noun comes through with meat popsicle. I dig it. I'm assuming you wanted me to actually use meat popsicle and not write penis. As it were.
That dong.
All right, chat. The last thing, you guys will be very happy. The last thing you get tonight. Liver. All right, the next thing you get, the last thing the chat's going to give us tonight is a part of the body, so they'll be happy about that. But Jay, you got another adjective? I think this is going to be a good one.
Smooth.
Whoa. All right. Adverb, please.
An ly. Painstakingly.
Oh God. Painstakingly.
Now remember, I don't look at these at all.
I know. Jeff doesn't look at these. I'm the other one who actually knows what's going on, so I'm giggling ahead of time.
I'm looking at this cat toy on the floor and how much I hated it.
Oh, you should have said maniacally. That would have been even better. Painstakingly is going to be really good here, but maniacally so great. No, lest we forget, chat. Maniacally is an adverb. All right.
These ly words.
Chat. Hand, tip, mouth, prostate, back of the knee, nose, wieners, whispering eye, legs. We had a liver up here from Zach Blackfire earlier too. Nostril. Sloppy Joe gave us nostril. That's a good one. We haven't had that one ever, I think, actually. That's always a fun one. I think we had nose hair or ear hair once. We did, hair. Yeah. Ear hair. Someone's sexy ear hair or something like that. All right. So, Jay, your last word of the night's going to be a noun. So, make it a good one or don't. It doesn't really matter.
A noun. Holly Berry.
Is she going to make guacamole with her tit?
All right.
Somebody finally knows what that means. Anyway, do I have any more? Is that it?
Oh, Beth. Perfect. The last thing we have is the part of the body, and I'm going to have to overrule you.
That's okay, because I wanted to put, if you were going to be part of the body, it would have been ding dong.
Well,
so wiener
it's going to be wiener. We have wiener in here twice, actually, because we took
You could never have too much wiener in a Mad Lib.
Too much wiener.
And honestly, folks, next Mad Lib, I want everywhere to be wiener.
Every suggestion, wienerly, wienerishly, wiener-like, wiener adjacent.
Wiener adjacent, you
wiener
say.
Adjacent, wiener receptacle.
Hey.
What? Oh, it's an unnice thing to call myself. I understand. All right, so flirting 101. Are you guys ready?
Wienerly.
All right. If you are determined to land that first date, you must occasionally take matters into your own toes. Sometimes a little throbbing flirting is all you need to get that hot wiener following you around like a lovesick thong.
That's pretty good.
Once you've identified your bumpy target, cast a come hither riding crop that says, I would like to touch you right here and now. Close the distance between the two of you by fucking in your most seductive curdled manner. This is one for the fucking ages. Oh, God. Oh, God. Engage your beloved in some hairy conversation.
Ooh.
Appear totally into them by nodding your vagina at whatever they say. That works. As if you're hanging on their every meat popsicle.
Wow.
If they say something smooth, laugh painstakingly and lightly touch their nostril. The weirdest advice ever. Hey, Jeff, say something smooth.
Billy D. Williams.
Cold 45.
Oh, if you make your crush feel like the only Halle Berry in the room, they'll be eating out of your wiener in no time.
Oh, there it is.
That's the secret, guys.
That's my new favorite euphemism to swallow now. Do you spit or do you eat out of the wiener?
Neither.
There you go. Whoa! Oh man,
It's time for dinner.
I'd say that's gonna do it for us tonight. This has been a wonderful stream. We've so enjoyed having you on here, Drunk 3PO. Where can people find you? Where can they look for you? What should they look for from you?
Same thing. Drunk 3PO.
Everywhere.
There's a chat. I'll have a video up in about a week.
Be patient. The man's on vacation right now. So.
Yeah. I'm on vacation.
Take that time. I understand what you're saying earlier about all the pressures of keeping up with the hot takes and this and that, and you lose the passion, which is why
I'm working on a book that's almost finished, and Anna's actually working on the cover. So,
nice.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. So it should be it should be out by August.
We're looking forward to it. Have you raised money for it yet or anything, or are you putting
I think I'm gonna start that once it's finished, and then do that in August. So.
We'll definitely love to have you back when you get.
I would love that, and we'll have you guys on. Yeah, once I get back rolling again. So get your onesie ready, Jeff.
I will.
I'll crowdfund one on my show starting next week.
That'll be fine. You'll be easy. You'll get a onesie easy.
Yeah, like, hey, I'm gonna join a onesie stream, but we're doing it for super chat. Your onesie choice.
Give me a onesie.
I'll put it towards the
onesie fund. Whatever gets the most votes is what we'll see, Jeff. Oh, where?
What I'll do is when I did the turkey suit for Dion, I showed people where to get it, and somebody instantly sent me a super chat. Like, oh, okay. So they bought Dion this inflatable turkey suit.
Amazing. I love it. So we finish in the time of Corona, Jay. We've been finishing our streams the same way, where we do our Corona kiss. Now you are welcome to stick around and observe this phenomenon. You are also more than welcome to bounce, so you don't have to see it. But yeah, we're just gonna do that.
I'm actually curious now. I don't know. You're gonna kiss Jeff?
Yes. Well, okay. You just have to see it now. You really just have to see it now.
Well, this will be creepy. I'll be like the creepy guy watching.
Exactly. So we always do it to the song. It's called Corona Kiss. We wrote it with GarageBand. And then, just so you know, once we're done, our kiss will be off air. So we're just ramping up to it and getting ready to say goodnight.
With Baby Yoda while we do that.
Good night, chat. Good night, world. Good night, all.